Yeah. Web3 breakfast, serving size like Texas. I'm a beast, yeah, baby.
Drake do songs with everybody. Drake do songs with I Love the Song. It is time. But I'm just saying, he was a nobody before Drake. That's my point. He did shit with Nico, with Versace, when they was just getting, when there was really nobody in the city that was enough. Hey, anybody know how to do that?
What is that?
Somebody's in front of them. Yo.
What's happening?
Oh, man.
Oh, the damn birds.
Yeah, holy moly. Can I get just a little bit more volume? There we go.
How's that?
Oh, man. Thank you so much. Yo, what is up, everybody?
Happy Saturday.
Web3 Breakfast Saturday morning edition.
Brunch edition, baby.
Brunch. Man.
What's up? That's how we know.
Man, I'm exhausted. At one point, I was sleeping outside by the pool just because I was just tired. And someone was like, "Why are you sleeping there?" And I'm like, "Because I can't."
It's comfortable. I was just talking to Crypto Rap God.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are in the background hanging out. We'll get them on in a little bit here. We're going to have a fun day today.
It's going to be great.
We're going to do a live stream for several hours. The whole goal is we're going to do a fundraiser, raising money for the youth in several different sections. Out in Detroit, you guys know I Love is part of our community. And so we'll get into that in just a little bit. But so that's the point of today. We're doing a fundraiser so that we can get some blockchain education, some financial literacy, and
And here's the thing too, like most importantly, even bigger than the money, right? Like we're all coming together to be able to talk about issues that are real life issues that are happening right now, right? And we are seeing the blockchain technology being able to take care of these things and really allowing us as community members, as individuals, right? We can step up and make an impact and make a difference. We don't have to just continue to talk about like, oh man, like I wish somebody would do something. I'll give you a perfect example.
All right.
I was at a football game. And there was a lady sitting next to me, and she was like, "I can't believe these NFL players make so much money, and they only give such a small amount." And I asked her, I said, "Well, how much did you donate?"
Yeah.
She said, "None." I was like, "Yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't give anything, but you're upset because these people who make millions and millions of dollars, that they should have to give up their funds. You know what I'm saying? Because they're wealthy or they do something, whatever that is, right?" At the end of the day, no, like everybody can do something. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be $1 million. It doesn't have to be $10,000, right? It ain't nothing to send $5, $10, to be able to drop something like that, because it's about making an impact and a difference. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, man.
Well, but hey, it's gonna be a crazy day. So we got a bunch of people sliding through. Obviously, we are down here in Miami. We are not in the studio in Atlanta. So we are down in Miami at our Basel. At the mansion, Razzle, Dazzle, at the Basel, Sweetie, Pee-Pee, Baby. I don't know why I said that.
That's all right. I like it.
I meant to say Sweetie Petey Baby, not Sweetie Pee-Pee.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. And hey, can we get the YouTube comments up?
Yeah. Oh, shit. We got a bunch of comments.
Got some comments going on there.
There we go.
Yo, what's up, Brian? He says hours. Yo, we're going to go from now until 2 o'clock.
Yeah, definitely. And we got we're gonna be doing interviews. We're gonna be pulling people in, influencers here that obviously they're friends of ours and people in the space. The mission means a lot to most people that we know. And then just have a really good time. Chit-chat. We got Mikey Williams. I don't know if you guys know who Mikey Williams is. Number one basketball recruit in the country.
Yeah, sliding through.
He's gonna be sliding through. He's looking to make a way into blockchain and Web3, and we get the fortunate opportunity to sit here and have this conversation. So it was really cool last night when I got back. I got back about 2:30 last night from the events, which, by the way, mother chuckers, we performed the song last night.
Yeah, we got Jay Chains on stage to do a performance, and people were just going crazy.
Dude, we had the crowd going wild.
I mean, it was nuts. Yeah, dude, people were like, "Yo," like even Crypto Rap guy, he gave me a compliment. He's like, "Yo, bro," he was like, "That was lit."
Yeah.
So we were just, and I
41-year-old white guy rap debut.
Yeah, we're 40-year-old rappers. I'm not 40 yet.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just gonna be a 40.
Yeah, we'll round you up. You're part of the club.
Yeah, most definitely. And so, we'll be getting you guys that link to be sending those donations in. If you want to send those donations in, like, let's set the first goal. We should set a goal.
$100.
$100. We're right now. We want to raise $100. That's our first goal. Do we have the wallet address to be able to send that?
Yeah, so we'll get all this stuff set up here shortly.
Yep.
So we wanted to open up, kind of the show and opportunity with Turbo and I sitting next to each other, and then he's got his battle station. We'll bring him up here. So we're going to have our own battle stations.
Yep.
And then, like, if people want to participate in the live stream today, everyone is more than welcome to. All you got to do is just DM us, and we can get you the StreamYard link, and you can pop in here and participate. We'll probably, throughout the course of the day, maybe, grab a phone and go set it up, by where like Nessie and CRG are sitting, and get them in, part of the conversation. We're gonna have a little fun today. All for a good cause. So make sure that we retweet the space out. Let's get some more people in here. I see we got a bunch of people on the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. If if you want to be a part of the conversation without being on the live stream, you can join the Twitter space. Just go ahead and you can navigate on over to.
And we could probably drop a link for that into the YouTube comments section. Yeah, if we can do that. And, we need to send Nessie a link. Did we already send that over to him? Okay, because he is actually ready. So if we will send that over to him and get it going here. Man, let's, I would tell you, last night at the Cristiano's event with the Pepe Punks was absolutely amazing, man. It was so lit. Like, everybody was just, like, having a great time. We did kind of get jammed up at the end where it was just like, we only had a few minutes left and we were just running musician after musician after musician to get through. And so that was really dope, man. We got to see so many doggone just incredible acts. I mean, there was not a single musician that came up and that was bad. And that too, but like all the people that were there that we had to meet, I got to meet some really, really cool people that I'm excited about. I know Carter's going to be pulling up here soon with Be Nice. That's, one of our sponsors for this event. Shouts out to Carter and what he's doing, guys. You're going to be seeing a lot of him. Man, I've been blown away by this guy.
Yeah. We're gonna be working with these guys long term, man. They're big players in what they do. Mm-hmm. And I think our personalities jive really well together. And so, you find that's one of the beauties of, like, being at these events is that you get a chance to actually look at somebody eye to eye, have a conversation with them, and strike up some business. And oh my God, hey, you know what? Anytime Dougie shows up in a coat in Miami, I know the heat is on.
Yo, what up, Dougie?
Thank you. Oh, better. The dancing was better than I listened to the. Thank you, by the way, Doug, for video recording that opportunity. I did send that to my wife immediately. She was, of course, asleep at 2 a.m. or whatever. But she watched it this morning, and it definitely put a smile on her face, knowing that she could tell that I was having a good time.
Yeah, and so we'll put that. Maybe we'll post the video Monday morning at breakfast in the community chat or something.
I posted it in the community chat this morning. I think I was having trouble getting it there. And then I think Craig said, it was either Craig or Carrie had said something about a bunch of M&Ms, and so I assumed they were making fun of us.
M&Ms, yeah.
White rapper guys.
Oh, I thought they meant like M&Ms, like
the candy with the heart shell.
Like there's a bunch of M&Ms. I was like, that's weird. Okay, well, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, it was so much fun. Getting up on the stage and just with these guys and Seven. I mean, like, and Seven's incredible, man. I have to really get my hat off to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does so much for.
Can I call him out though, real quick?
Yeah.
You and I both hit every one of our lyrics. He did not, and he's the best.
Yeah.
I was practicing, man. Once you called me, I was like, "You motherfucker!" Oh, all right, I will.
Well,
I'll do this.
The reason why he got stumbled up is because of the timing.
Okay.
And like I didn't get him the mic in time, so he wasn't able to get his first. So he tried to push it.
I just, I was gonna chop him up. Obviously, he's amazing.
Yeah.
But
we were just going off memory. Like we were just robots. He was going off talent and skill, and so
that's a good point.
And I threw him a bad pass. It's like when you're watching a football game and the quarterback throws it a little far, a little short, but the receiver comes back to get it.
Yeah.
He picked it up and got it, and ran with it. Oh, I see Corey throwing flames up in the chat there.
What's up, Corey?
Yeah, Corey, where you been at? Where you been at? You want to look at your phone? I'm gonna check.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
You want to like run that? You can like run
Sure.
that.
Hell yeah. Yo,
Oh, there we go.
Dougie, I got some questions for you, bro. Are you ready?
He's coming over.
Oh, he's coming over?
Carter texted me. Dougie and I were texting a little bit ago, but yeah, he should be coming over here in a little bit. Hopefully, we're running this thing till 2, man. So feel. Did I? Yeah, we're in Florida. We're down here in Florida, dog. We go to Florida for the winter. Florida. Maybe this is where the Blockfather will come out. He's like a New Yorker going down to Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll text it to you. But we're on this like little, we're kind of on like this little private island between Miami and Miami Beach. You got to go through like a guard shack to like get to the the neighborhood and stuff. No big deal. No big deal.
Don't just stop so they get your license.
Yeah, just be cool, man.
No
act like you've been here before. You belong here, Doug.
Yeah, Doug, you definitely belong here. Yo, we also got Diamond Hands on the stage. What's up, Diamond Hand?
What's up, G?
Yeah.
Let me ask you. Yeah, this is my first. So here's the deal. When I was in high school, I was in a band, and that was many trips around the sun to go. So I have, I have performed before, but not in a situation like this, where. My guy.
Hey. Let's go. Thank you for that.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Yeah, that is super nice. And this.
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, like I listen. I appreciate the kind words. I listened to the audio feedback. Clearly, I was not in tune. Like it's all right.
Yeah.
But
and here's the thing, right? Like we're not gonna win a Grammy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But it's still we still put something together. It's still, it still came out nice. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a great time, and that's what it's really about.
Yeah, and that's what today's about.
Yeah, bringing people together. You know what I'm saying? Hearts and minds. Having people come through, talk about their things. Doug, yeah, I want to ask you your questions, but I know you're gonna be stopping through. So I'm gonna convert my questions over to Diamond Hands. Is that okay, Diamond Hands? Fantastic, bro. First off, tell us a little about who you are.
I was just getting a FaceTime call from my sister.
So, Diamond Hands, if you can hear me now.
I think, and my mom said she was waiting for the show. So, hey, Mom, tell M. Call her back later.
You gotta love that. Diamond Hands.
You got my phone. I can't text message.
Tell us about who you are. You know what I'm saying? Let's start there. We want to know about who you are.
Yeah.
I used to have to get the quarters on the side of my house, bro. That quarters on the side work, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Definitely. And what do you think the future of Web3 is? What's the future look like?
That's the ETH address. No types on it. Absolutely, man. And do you think, like, when you kind of think about like the ability to build the communities that we do here, and why we've got another stray sighting of the keeper. They've noticed you. They're like, is that keeper? They're like, they started calling you creeper keeper.
Creeper.
The creeper
The
keeper.
Creeper Keeper. Why don't you get in here? Like, Keeper, come on, get in here. Get on this
Go
thing.
to your battle
Yeah,
station.
yeah, let me get to my battle
All right,
station.
Turbo's go to his battle station.
I did not
All
get.
right,
I'm
I'll come
gonna
in.
finish
Next
this
up
up
into the hot
right
seat.
here. Yep, get him in.
I'm on the hot seat. All right. There we go. There it is.
What's going on? It is the crypto creeper. I mean, crypto keeper. So what are we doing?
Oh man, so we're just kicking off. We're chatting about. We just asked Diamond Hands. What a couple questions about like what we're asking people, like basically what do you do in the space. And obviously we got to put people to know who you are.
Yeah.
Friend, me personally in real life, not only on the interwebs, but many of us here. And so we know that you're a content creator and that kind of thing, and you guys have your amazing show. We talk about debate crypto transforming into Crypto Wars OG, and why you think that that's like a big move with the bull run coming.
Yeah, ultimately there's so many different, content creators that are doing, let's just call it what it is. Like a lot of people do the same thing. And so Crusader and I were talking about, where's the camera, by the way? Where am I at?
The iPad. You're right here.
Okay. All right. There's so many content creators doing, a lot of the same thing. And so the Crusader and I were talking, we were like, what can we do that's different in the space? And we wanted to get involved in trading. We have fun with a lot of the people that come on for our show, prior, where we would just have people do a lot of TA analysis. And we were like, let's make this fun. Let's make this into a game show of sorts. Things kind of evolved. We have a lot of connections in the space, obviously, with a lot of great people like yourself, a lot of other people that have been coming on to now what is Trading Wars. And we had always wore the bulletproof vests. So that led to, hey, let's probably make a step towards a rebrand to Crypto Wars, because when we're walking around at events, people would see us in these bulletproof vests, which was from our NFT project originally, and they'd be like, who's that? Oh, that's the guys from Debate Crypto. And they're like, are they like debating so hard that they have to wear a bulletproof vest? It like didn't really make sense, right? And so one thing's led to the next. We're looking forward, this next bull run is going to be absolutely nuts. We wanted to be involved in the trading side of things. We're both trying to learn more as it relates to trading. The best way to do that is obviously to learn from people who already have been doing this for a long time. Yep. So we're bringing all those people on doing that. And then we want to give away money. The other thing that we're doing is our new game show, Flipper Hodl. And we are getting in front of a number of different people, introducing some different tokens and different opportunities for people. But the idea is to give money to people. We want to give back to the community that's given to us. And as we continue to grow, we want to just make that bigger and bigger.
Hell yeah, man. I think, obviously, like, one of the main questions that we're asking, we're going to have a lot of people. Again, we got Mikey Williams coming through the house in a little bit.
Yeah.
He's big time basketball recruit. And he wants to make a splash into Web3. And so that's going to be, kind of the part of the conversation that we have with him today, because, this is be an entry level thing. And so, with that being said, obviously, you make a big push now with the channel on the whole trading thing and grabbing the attention that way. But let me ask you a question. Taking a step back, like, what is it that it always attracted you to? And I'll use Web3 because that's just where we are now.
Yeah.
But like when you and I both got into the space, like there was no such thing as Web3. It was just crypto.
Yeah.
Right. And so so we'll use the whole the thing of Web3. But like what's your inspiration for continuing to be in this ecosystem? Because like, man, I'll tell you, there's a lot of capitulation that happened over this bear market, right? But there's only the strong survive, or whatever anecdotes you have that kept you around. But what is the spirit of Web3 for you, and like what keeps you here?
Yeah, man, I don't like the centralized banking system. Is a big piece of it. I don't like that they take advantage of people. That there's this massive wealth gap where the elites make the decisions. The elites, basically take advantage of everyone else in every single turn, right? And so we say question everything, trust nothing. We recognize that that's been happening for a long time. And we want more and more people to learn the idea of decentralization, where anyone and everyone can step up to the plate, get involved, and then ultimately make money and earn financial freedom through that. And it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of hard work and effort to learn what's happening in the space. Because at first,
crypto's confusing, dude. Like it's not after you start to learn what's actually happening, you know, in the space, but there is a lot of creativity. There's a lot of different people doing different things. But the great thing is we meet so many new people that have all of these great ideas that before would have to go through a bank to do this, to get the funds to do, you know, and this opens it up that anybody and everybody can step up to the plate and be a part of this future that is Web3.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you know, like, and there's a lot of cliche sayings at this point. They're cliche to us, like bank the unbanked, and like, oh, that's so like 2020 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but it's true, and like you have to think, like, you know, when we look at the global landscape and how many people have access to a bank or have access to internet, and that's one of the, you know, the causes and things that I've heard about, you know, the mission about today is, you know, we're trying to raise awareness and funds for, you know, for a blockchain education center, financial literacy center, community development thing up in Detroit. I learned some statistic of, you know, where, you know, AI Loves Family has their centers is that 75% of the people don't even have access to the internet here in America. Mm-hmm. So, like, you know, obviously, like, there's a long way to go as far as, you know, getting a global scale mass adoption because of that. Yeah. So what is it going to take to get us that push? I mean, a lot of us, you know, like the narratives that we say on my channel is it's going to be Web3 gaming, and it's going to be, you know, my RWAs and those kind of things, and music and entertainment and stuff. But truly, like, what is it going to take to get internet to people so that they can get crypto? Like, I mean, like, and I'm not saying like what is, that's not the whole question. It's like internet, but like are we putting the cart before the horse?
I don't think so. I think that the man, you got a lot of people in a lot of really bad situations. The reason they don't have internet is, let's call it what it is. It's money, right? It's not that the internet's not available there. It's that they don't have money. And the reason that I think this is so important on what we're doing and Web3 is exactly what I was just talking about. It allows people that otherwise don't have money or don't have a way to go through, as an example I was using, to the bank to be able to get funding, to be able to create this thing, whatever it is that they're doing. Web3 can solve that. You know, we can literally take a crypto asset, take a loan against it. You've never used a bank, and actually create a real world company that's doing real world things and never have to involve any of these massive entities that I just don't really like dealing with, that have taken advantage of us for so long. Right. So I think it's going to just basically close that wealth gap. And if we don't educate people now on how that's available, it'll be the same as it's always been. People won't know. If you don't know, you don't know. And if we don't put the information out there for people to find out, if there's not people like us in the space talking to people about, hey, how this has changed my life, how this has changed other people's life, how it can open up opportunities for you. If we don't do that, then everybody's just going to stay in the same cycle that they've been in for so long.
So, but that's the whole problem. And I think, you know, we've had these conversations, and that is the whole narrative of financial literacy and why it's not taught in schools, especially here in America, is because the whole
they don't want you to.
They want to keep you down. They don't want you to rise up and succeed and get ahead of the game. Like, that's just not part of the whole narrative that the powers that be want. Yeah. And so, you know, it is incumbent upon people like you and me and other content creators and people that want to make a difference in the space to bring the awareness to what we're doing. Yeah. Like, okay, and another question I've got for you then is, you know, the media and how they typically paint a negative picture of our industry. Yeah. Now that seems like it's starting to change because they understand the money's getting ready to be made. So obviously they're turning to a little bit more favorable. Or you're seeing the FUD articles now where it's, you know, Chase is telling you to stay away from crypto when you know they're, you know, still buying in the background. Like, oh yeah. So what do we do, people like us, to combat the narrative that, you know, the mass media is reporting? Typically, again, obviously the narrative is starting to change a little bit, but on the grand scheme of things, like, it is a negative narrative. Like, what do we do?
I think we continue creating content, and I would have never said that years ago before I got into this and really understood what it was. We're seeing a shift and a change in where people are actually getting their news. Let's be fair, right? There's a lot of people that watch our channels that I've even heard say, for example, TikTok. A lot of people get a lot of information from TikTok. YouTube. A lot of people get a lot of information from YouTube. What's the first thing somebody says when they don't know how to do something?
YouTube it.
YouTube it, right?
Yeah.
And so what we're seeing happening is the content creators, effectively, depending on what they're doing and what their particular niche is, are the ones that are bringing forth this information. Guess what? We're also, for the most part, on most topics, not getting paid to push out a narrative, whereas all of these media companies are owned by the same entity, most of them being like BlackRock, whatever, and the information gets pushed down, and it's, hey, you've seen it before where they clip together all of the different newscasters all over the nation that are saying the exact same thing word for word. That's not what's happening here.
Right.
We ultimately are able to see an issue, see a problem, talk about it from our perspective, and people are going to decide, hey, I like this person, I like their views. I know that they're not being paid to say what they're saying. They're just bringing forth information that they have gathered in one way or another. And I think it's just more genuine. It's not coming from someone like our news media. And our news media also is controlled by the banks. And the banks ultimately are scared of what's happening in the crypto and Web3 space, because all of a sudden, all of the control that they've had for so long, it's in jeopardy.
Well, I mean, yeah, because he who controls
The money
controls the narrative, right?
Yep.
And so, yeah, we know that's something that we are going to have to battle forever.
Yeah.
Within our ecosystem.
Yeah.
All right, man. What do you think about Miami, man? You been having fun down here? Let's have some fun.
You know what? I've been having fun for sure. I will admit, 39 years old. Last night got to about 12:30, and I said, "Yeah, I'm tired."
Yeah.
And had to call it actually an early night last night, but I also know that tonight is going to be a very interesting evening. We have a lot going on, so just
really?
stand by. Yeah, we got some fun, some fun in the tank. And you know what? I just want to tell everybody, we're not all just down here partying. Okay,
No.
Yes, we have fun, but we are working hard to be able to continue we collaborate together. We are working on business things in the background. A lot of the meetups and things that happen in a quote unquote party atmosphere. Because I was telling my wife this. I think she thinks when I'm away that like literally it's just one big party and I'm just like hanging out on vacation. When the reality is, yeah, some of the things that happen are in a quote party atmosphere, but the reality is I've met so many good people, so many important people to me in a bar or in one of the events, and I think it's fun, man. It's really cool when you meet so many new people, and then those people can provide some sort of that's what Web3 is too. It's like we're meeting all these people in that we otherwise would never meet.
100%.
And then I can provide value in one way, you can provide value in another. It's freaking cool, man.
Dude, like that's why we go to these events. And like what you're saying, like this to me, this is like why I love, kind of where we are now in this space and what Web3 is versus crypto. Like, because, for many years, since 2017, going to crypto conferences and events, everything, it was always just about the party. That's what it was. Always just about the party. And now, and whether it's age, experience, whatever, knowing that like, it's not just about the party. It's like, hey, if we actually network and do some business while we're here, like that's the net result on that is like going to be all right.
Yeah.
And so like last night, like we performed our song. Like obviously we were there late and we were doing all that stuff. You had a couple beers or whatever, but like, dude, the whole time, like I'm trying to set up interviews for today. I'm trying to set up, negotiate with people to like, hey, come on the channel and stuff so that we can collaborate and stuff. So it's like, I mean, yeah, this is a fun environment. Like you said, it's a party environment, but this is business. Like there was this shift that, and I would say that it probably happened last year for me, like early last year, where it was, all right, when I go to these events, the whole idea is to come back with a set amount of new relationships that are going to have a net result to me in a positive way, whether it's collaboration, financial, or some kind of personal growth, whatever.
Me and Crusader, when I first started going, it was like, hey, I'm just going to meet as many people as I can. That's the original. And what that was, it turned into a lot of meetups, but then I wasn't actually following, like I met a bunch of people, but I wasn't actually able to follow through on the tail end with how can those people provide me value and me provide them value. So now, before we come to an event, Crusader and I always have a meeting, 2 meetings, 3 meetings. What's the goal at this event? And so we sit down, we talk about that. And ultimately, if we go in with a game plan, man, it makes it a whole lot better and fruitful. And that's what's continued to help grow. And I know that you have been doing a lot of the same thing. Like we talked numerous times before we came here. Hey, tell me what's going on. What's kind of the game plan? What are we going after here? Whereas before it was like, bro, I can't wait to see you down in Miami or out in Vegas or whatever. And then that conversation wasn't happening. That shifted and evolved a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's the whole, I think that's the growth mindset, not only of where we are, especially in this part of the cycle, but, you know, obviously in our careers in blockchain, like, you know, it was very, very exciting for the first several years. And now that we understand the ecosystem a little bit more, it just makes more sense to like, all right, let's strategically align with like the right people so that like
there's real business here, like crazy real business. And that's why we want to teach people, because guess what? We didn't start in this business, right? Not even kind of. If you'd have told me that I'm doing this as one of my businesses right now, if you'd have told me that 5 years ago, I would have laughed. Shoot, 3 years ago, I probably would have laughed at you. I'd have been like, yeah, no, that's not going to be something that I'm doing. So yeah, I think there's just opportunity all over the place. And listen, people in the chat, you guys have been the support through all of the things that we're doing, and we just want to shout you out and tell you guys we freaking love you. We always tell you that on Crypto Wars. We tell you, I love you guys. We really do. I love meeting people. I love providing value to those people. And guess what? I've met a lot of people that have provided a lot of value to me too from our community. I see some people shouting out, saying, Candle Daddy, Miami built for keeper, no sleeves needed.
I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, absolutely. This place is built for you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it is really exciting. There was something else I was going to say there. And
You were going to say, keeper, listen, you've got a great voice, but my voice is silkier smooth than yours.
You know what, to be perfectly honest with you, I think that you and I need to go into the business of recording romantic love novels for women.
I was told actually a long time ago, they were like, your voice is built for radio. And I always would I've heard that for a long, long time. And I was always thinking like, I'm not getting into radio. So, okay, you know, I'm an old guy. So it was always, your voice was built for radio. Now I'm on like a podcast all the time.
Yeah. Hey, you did it.
You know.
That's what I went to school for, to be honest with you.
You did?
Broadcast communications.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So it was a lifelong dream of mine to do this for a living. And look at this.
I went to school for, I got my party degree. And that didn't really work out well. So for those of you looking to, get into something, the party degree is not it. If you're one of those younger generation, get into the blockchain space because it is the future for sure.
Yeah, be a dev.
Yeah. They make really good money. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to personally be in the coding side of things. Yeah. Crusader does some stuff that I'm like, oh no. I'm going to end up breaking my computer in half before I, push forward with that. But yeah,
I definitely don't have the time. That's just not me, right? Like I could do graphic design stuff. I could do like a lot of other things, but the coding aspect, that's above my pay grade.
It's above mine too, for sure. Audiobooks for the ladies.
What do we got? We got anybody down? Let's see. What's up, everybody in the Twitter space? We got a few folks in there. GM. Guys, make sure if you want to come up and be a part of the conversation, you can do so in the Twitter space. Also, I just tweeted out something, so let me post it up into the nest. But we do have the Ethereum address up there. So the Razzle Dazzle at the Basel documentary for a change. This is the world of Web3, and that's what we're putting on, guys. We're having a fun time here, but again, there is a mission behind everything that we're doing here. And so today we're coming together to make an impact for substance abuse awareness, and the funds will go directly to the community development in Detroit. And that's going to provide internet services, educational and mentorship programs, and so much more. So I tweeted out, there's an Ethereum address. You can send any ERC20 in. And what we're going to do here for the Web3 Breakfast is we are going to convert that all into fiat and then make one donation. Everything's obviously going to be trackable. And I mean, you'll see when we put the content together and, present the check over to AI Love's family on behalf of everybody that participated today. That's going to be a fun moment.
That would be a huge blessing too. I want to let everybody know. There's a lot of people that know. I'm not going to dive into the whole story, but there's a lot of people that know that that's a part of my story and have pulled myself with the help of other people out of the absolute gutter. And I'm really grateful to have people that were able to come around me, not just my family, right? I've been through rehabs. I've been through a number of different places that ultimately were very, very beneficial for me. So if this is something that I think almost everybody's been affected by this now, 100%. Because I can't tell you the last time I ran into somebody when the topic of, drug addiction came up, that they didn't at least know somebody close to them that's been affected by it. And a lot of times you might not even know the person sitting next to you has been affected by it. And so ultimately, if you are looking to do something good, I think this is a great thing to do. So just shout out to everybody. If you are able to even just do a little something, it would be very much appreciated, because there's a lot of people like myself that have been affected by this epidemic that is the drug epidemic.
There you go. Really quick apologies. Somehow we were muted on Twitter right there, but thank you to Carrie for letting me know. That is unmuted now. I don't know what happened there. It's probably just the old gremlins doing their thing. Man, I appreciate you. You know, like obviously, you know, to be able to, you know, bring down and be vulnerable and talk about things that are impactful or mean a lot to you, whether it's, you know, because of history, because of, you know, exposure, whatever, it does mean a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, I appreciate you not only being here for this whole thing, but just being here, man. Like, you're my dog.
Dude, I appreciate you always. We're going to continue to work together. We're going to continue to have some fun together too, because we want to have fun for sure. Yeah, dude, I love you, and I love this whole community. I do, for real. It's a great place.
It's been really interesting to get to know, you know, all of us that for even since the beginning, right? Like I never thought of it as you know, competition, right? In a lot of industries, like if people are in the same space or same vertical. Yeah. Like I never thought like, oh, like you're a YouTuber in the space or you're a content creator, so like I gotta hate you because we're like competitors. No, like collaboration is where it's at here. And you know, even, you know, back in the day, you know, as we started to develop all of our relationships together, it was just so funny how, you know, there's a select few of us that are so extremely alike that found each other not only because of crypto, but just like like who we are, like through and through. Like that's interesting.
A lot of people joke around. There's some pictures of Jay Chains and I out there. I think one of them was from Vegas, and I've had a number of people ask like, "Oh, is that your brother?" And I'm like, "Yeah, actually, it is. It is my brother."
Yeah. No, we're Web3 brothers, you know,
That's right.
from another mother, that kind of thing.
That's right.
Speaking of, what's up, Nessie?
What's up? Nessie.
Oh, you're good.
You trying to get in here and say hi, Nessie?
Are you gonna go? I think this is fun.
Yeah, the cam's over.
Are you going under the blunt cam?
Yep.
I'm sorry. That one was for Carrie C. I'm not gonna repeat that, but that was for Carrie C.
What are we doing moving forward?
What's up?
What are we doing moving forward? Are you going to be streaming like all day today?
Just till 2.
Till 2.
Yeah, we're streaming till 2.
That is a long live stream, my friend.
I know.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, you know, we gotta represent. We're here to make a difference. We're here to raise some funds, guys. I should find a way to put this into you know, the comment section. At least the tweet that I put out, or the X post. Come on, let's talk about it. It's a tweet, right? They're tweets. They'll forever be tweets.
I think they're going to be tweets. I don't know. What are you going to call them? X's?
An X post? You can't know. Like, hey, man, did you see my ex? Like, no, man, I'm not trying to look at your girl, dog.
Nah, I'm not looking at your girl. I don't know, dude. I think it's going to continue to be a tweet. I've had people correct me. Actually, Ben corrected me. I was like, hey, jump on Twitter real quick. He's like, well, I don't know what that is. I'm like,
there's no such thing as Twitter.
I'll play your game, but jump on X.
To be perfectly honest with you, like if you do like a lot of sending links, especially for Twitter space or for Spaces, when you send like a link or when you post a link, that actually takes you to a twitter.com address still. They have not forwarded that to the X.com.
Oh, they still haven't done that?
So Spaces still go on Twitter. So I think it's absolutely acceptable to say that this is a Twitter space.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I look for the Twitter thing for Crusader and I has been a whole nother story, right? YouTube is what we focused on, right? And what I realized really quickly was like, or actually not so quickly, was how fast Twitter was growing and the things that are happening on X. I'm sorry, not Twitter. On X. And I'm really still navigating that and trying to figure it out. What's the deal with like being able to provide the best value, as it were, on X? Because I'm still figuring that out. I mean, I really am. I feel like you've done a great job with it, but is it just the consistency of the message and creativity, or like what would you say is like how you provide the best value on X? Because it's different than YouTube. It definitely is different. It's way different.
It is, and that's, I mean, to me, and that is Web3, right? The difference. How does this thing keep muting itself? That's crazy. Thank you.
You know what? It's because we said the evil T word. We were supposed to say X, and we said the evil T word. And when it hears that, it just mutes you. It's like, yep, this guy didn't know what he's talking about. Can't do that.
So to answer your question, I think, like why it's like sets it apart is because on X, you get to, and this is why really I made a massive push to build a community on X versus trying to develop a YouTube channel first, is because I get to be with the community and have a conversation. It's not like, typically and
on Spaces, you mean?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Because the community is involved. It's such a collaborative effort that it makes so much more sense to have everybody be a part of it.
Yeah.
For Web3 at least, because that's just kind of the ethos of it. And so, with YouTube for the most part, and obviously there is the reason for the videos of like, hey, I'm talking, the talking head, I'm talking, informational, and I'm bringing you this kind of thing. And so there is the time and the space for that. But I think as we develop what, our ecosystem is, and we develop our communities and we develop our tribes and figure out, like what teams we're on and all that kind of stuff, as that goes, this is where you can do it much easier in a collaborative sense versus just being that, I'm going to stand on my podium is how I always thought of it.
You know what's fun is you hear somebody's voice on a Twitter space for however, somebody that you hear all the time and you know what their Twitter name is. Then we come to these events, I'll hear somebody's voice, and I'm not as nearly active like a lot of you guys are on Twitter spaces, but I'll hear somebody's voice and I'm like, man, I know who that is. And then you ask the person who they are and they introduce themselves with their Twitter name as opposed to, what their actual government name is.
Hey, what's your government name? Don't dox me, bro. Don't dox me. I see we got a hand, and the hand is from Corey. Now, Corey's my guy. Corey's OG. He's probably between Corey and Carrie. I go back and forth, and it depends on, their hours, who's the number one community member. But shout out to those guys. Corey, I got to tell you, and I know I put it in the thing. I don't know if you read it this morning, but I met Alexis Texas last night, and I did say I am going to make my number one community member extremely envious
because you met Alexis Texas.
Yes, you darn right. But so she knows there's a guy named Corey
that's in love.
That's a fan. Just so you know. She knows who you are now, brother. I got your back. That's a utility, baby. Hey, are you coming out? Because if you came today, I could get you over there. Because I got to go over there. I left my microphones there, so I got to go back over to the house.
Make an introduction.
I could introduce you if you came down here. I could do that.
Denied.
Yeah, good point.
Did we lose him?
That was weird.
Are you guys talking about?
Weird. Our Bluetooth disconnected.
Technical difficulties.
We'll be right back. That's unconnected.
Mike Bauer said she is smoking.
Sorry guys, hang on one second here. I think are we back with you? There we go. There we go. We're back. Had to reconnect the Bluetooth.
Jeff wants to know how accessible you guys are when you're down there. I live in Miami, spend a lot of time in the Midwest. You guys are famous, man. It'd be cool to meet you. Jeff, we ultimately would love to meet you. We love meeting community members.
That's what we do. You're funny, Doug. No, dude, Jeff, come on, man. If you're down here, I don't know what the plan is. We're gonna be at the house here.
That's gonna be the biggest problem. Is telling where we're. I have trouble keeping up with where everybody is because there's so many different events.
There's 500 events for our guys. 500. That means there's over 100 every night.
It's
yes.
wild.
And then even here, I want to do it here. Even if everybody got good vibes, it's still like.
Nope. No, unfortunately, so there's a reason why I don't have the Unstoppable credits anymore like I thought I did. they have an expiration date on them, and I didn't realize.
There's an expiry on them?
For like promo ones, so they asked me sometimes to do some retweets, and so they have an expiration that I didn't realize. So I'm out. I thought I had like $700 in credits.
That's like the exchanges. The exchanges will give you they'll give you like some bonus money, and then all of a sudden it's not there. And the first time it happened, I was like, where did my money go? And then it was like, oh yeah, bro, that expired.
Oh yeah, you didn't use it.
You didn't spend it quick enough.
Sounds like a Chinese CBDC.
Yeah.
Spend it or lose it.
For sure.
Dougie Doug, are you coming over here today? Oh shit, you're right. My bad. That's right. We're on the private island. I thought I said once we got the private island, you figured you knew where to go.
It's like I'm a regular at the private island mansions.
Do you have an iPhone?
I'm not getting in on that conversation, but good luck.
Yeah, that's fine because we're perfect. We're doing like interviews and stuff, so that'd be great. Maybe. Do I? You ask. You tell me. There's a 95% chance that at any given point I know exactly what you're talking about, or I've seen them. I'm horrible with the face, good with the name.
I got plugs if you need some. And I don't do drugs.
Okay.
It's not drugs.
I'll go get a cord.
Do you want me to get one?
I'll give it. Yeah, if you have one. USB-C. USB-C to USB-C.
Oh, it's USB-C to USB-C.
I'm talking to Crypto Keeper. I just noticed that the iPad just flashed to 10% better.
We used it yesterday.
And
AJ said you needed it back. Did you give it back to him?
Yep.
You did?
I did.
Well, AJ's got one. Let me grab it.
Perfect. Thank you. Have a beer? Yeah. I don't know where Turbo's at. Turbo. All right. Turbo. I will talk with him and make sure. But there is a. What do you mean? We'll see how we feel. Here we can. Don't need to charge this phone. No, dude. And then plug it into the charger. Yes.
He said you've got 30 minutes.
30 minutes what?
He said you have 30 minutes to use that.
Oh,
to charge it because he has to leave or something.
Okay. All right. No, we'll be good. You're fine. What's up?
Hey,
You want to come sit down?
let's go.
My phone is fine. My phone's messing up.
All right. Well, sorry for the delay. Let me make sure. Well, Nessie was going to come sit down.
Oh, yes. Oh.
All right, man.
Well, hey.
Here, you
Okay,
do
wait.
this.
No, hang on, real quick. So I said a really dope interview with Big On, and it was awesome, man. Like it really clicked for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not into crypto right now, and it was just like, holy cow! Like what you guys are doing, huge.
I love that.
Yeah, dude, I felt so freaking incredible, man, to be there and to see this all coming in. It was really dope. So, all right, Ness.
All right, Nessie.
let me
All
give
right,
you this.
let me see. Doug should have the address now. Should be good. We're on North Bay Village. Jeff, we're in North Bay Village. You know what, Jeff? You're a fan of the show, man. If shoot me a DM, and I'll probably shoot you the address if you want to come out here. If anybody that is part of the Web3 Breakfast community is down in Miami, I mean, shoot me a DM. We'll get you the address. The point is for you guys to be able to come here and hang out with us. And so that's the whole thing. All right, man. I'm joined with Ness, my dude.
Yo, my guy.
Hey, you are running yourself ragged here in Miami.
Yeah, man.
A couple shows every single day so far.
Definitely. It's been busy and booked, but it's a blessing at the same time. Looking at last year, Art Basel, I was kind of new to the scene and getting into it and meeting people, and now a year later, all the relationships have flourished, and just investing into yourself. It just really goes a long way.
Do you think that's one of the most important things as far as lessons go that you've learned since getting into the space is the ability to, or at least the necessity or importance of investing in yourself?
Hands down. You have to invest into yourself, because if you don't invest into yourself, how do you expect anybody else to invest into you or to support you? Because like
Yep.
there's a difference between saying you want to do something and then actually making the sacrifices and the investments to make it happen. So I feel like definitely it's two different levels, man. It's levels to it.
Yeah, facts, man. In case anybody doesn't know, and if you don't know who is sitting next to me right now, you must be living under a rock here in Web3, because Nessie is hands down, I would say, one of the most talented, absolutely one of the most hardworking individuals in the Web3 music space. You can get the Real Gang Pass, which basically is like member of the community.
Yep.
But you're also dropping songs, and you recently dropped the Minds.
Yep. Open Minds.
Open Minds.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. What was your inspiration?
Basically, first off, if you guys don't know, my name is Nessie Gorilla. Born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Been making music for about 18 years. Been recording and performing for about 15. And basically, I came into the space after dealing with faulty record labels and, dealing with the kind of like, I opened up for main acts like 6ix9ine and Young Jeezy and Chief Keef and D12 and Doja Cat and stuff like that. But like, I felt like I wasn't really able to connect with my audience, with the people that were listening to me every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So I came into Web3. I was a fresh twin dad, 3 months in. Shout out to Pierre and Rochelle.
Shout out.
But, I just came into the space just looking for community, just looking for people to talk to and just trying to grow, not only as an artist, but as a person. And, I just started making theme songs because I didn't really have liquidity necessarily to, to invest and support these NFT communities. So I started making theme songs and, I started performing at these NFT conferences, met J Chains, and, ever since then, just pretty much have just been trying to add my own value to the space. And with that, I dropped Open Minds, which is my fully traded project. It's 3D art paired by the one and only Dino Belly. He's the 3D artist. It's 1,110 music NFTs, and it's a 10-track album, basically. And what that means is when you collect or mint all 10 tracks, then that's when you have the full album. Mm-hmm. And with this album, I wanted to not only share good music and great art, but I also wanted to be able to bring together a community of like-minded individuals that are willing to think beyond the box, I want to, at my events, I'm going to be throwing a Brainiac event coming up once we mint out. I feel like at these events, I not only want to perform, and get to know you guys and kick it and bond, but I also want to bring in speakers out. I really want to talk about financial literacy and communication skills and just like education, because beyond all the tools, it comes down to the human to human connection. And that's what I'm all about. So definitely, if you want to learn more, tap in with me at Nessie Lorilla, NESSYTHERILLA, on all social medias, as well as I'm streaming on all media platforms. But I also am on the blockchain. So definitely tap in with me. Appreciate you, J Chains, and yeah, man, appreciate everybody here. It's been a definitely beautiful time.
What's been your absolute favorite moment so far? And I know there's still a few more days, which I can't believe, bro. It is only Saturday morning, and it's not even noon yet. I know it's about actually to click over right now, but still technically the morning here. So we have today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we still got 2 full days, man.
Still got 2 days.
What's been the highlight so far?
So far, really, I feel like it's always just meeting the people and just seeing you guys IRL, and be able to just kick it and hang out and just talk, it's one thing to talk on spaces, but it's another thing to just actually interact in person and just be able to continue to build that bond. So definitely, I'd say that's my favorite. If I had a number 2, I would have to say performing last night at Heart Basel. It was definitely we had a couple hiccups here and there, but overall, just once again, just the people make the events for me. So I definitely enjoyed it.
I do have the joy in saying that the Web3 Breakfast
Yes,
guys
sir.
opened up for you last night. We somehow went right before you, so we got to open up for Nessie last night. I tell you what, man, that was the highlight of my time here so far.
Oh, man.
And I've never. Obviously, Turbo and Seven and I never performed that song live. We recorded it in Seven's basement, but like that was really cool to be able to do that. And I joke about how we opened up for you, but really to kind of like share that that moment with you guys and Cristiano and all the other artists that were there to perform it and to put on something that obviously this is the craft, this is the passion, and I'll tell you what, the environment was cool. Everybody was super amazing. It was very intimate. It was a fun night of collaboration, right? And I think that's one of the ethos that means a lot to me, is collaborating, especially because our ecosystem is so small, right?
It is
so small.
It is.
And so what do you have up in store as far as collaboration goes? I know that you just did a something where you had Snoop on one of your tracks.
Correct.
You got any other big collaborations coming up?
Yeah, we still got a couple in the backpack,
Okay.
So
I try to pull that out.
you can hold it. I gotta
hold
hold
it
it
to
a
the
little bit more. I can say that once we hit 80% of open minds, which is basically 800, because there's only 1,000. I didn't say this earlier. There's only 1,000 available for the public.
Okay.
So once we hit 800 mints, I do have something very special lined up with somebody. You know what I'm saying? You guys all know and love. So definitely looking forward to that, as well as I have some unreleased music and collaborations with Robin Charles. I have something in the works with, somebody, from the Locks. I can't say who yet.
Come on,
got
man.
something in collaborations with them, and just trying to take it step by step and really making sure that I'm just connecting with as many people as possible and just resonating the message that, like, if you don't take anything else from me, just know that you're special, you matter, I care about you, you know what I'm saying? And just be your best self. You know what I'm saying? You have something to offer the world nobody else has to offer. So once you find that and you unlock that, the world is yours.
What's like, all right, so finding that passion that you can unlock, if you were to give someone advice, like you give the younger Nessie the advice to where do you find that passion earlier, or maybe how do you find that passion if you're maybe lost?
Honestly, it's crazy you asked me that, because I feel like a couple times since I've been in Web3, there have been a couple times where I felt like I just lost my direction, And whenever that happens, that's when I kind of just take a break, in the sense of I don't force the creation anymore. Like I kind of just live and let live. And then when it comes to me, that's when it comes. Like you can't force a vibe, because if you do, it's going to feel forced. But if you really want, if you want to give something from your soul, like it has to come from your soul, and you can't force that. So, yeah, man, definitely I'd say it just, man, I can't force it. It just has to
Be vulnerable, be yourself,
have to
let it happen.
have to be. That's how I got here. So definitely, man, just make sure you find your roots. That's another thing I can always say. Like growing up, I used to listen to a lot of gospel and a lot of jazz and a lot of West Coast hip hop. So really, and a lot of Dilla too. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla. So, I always go back to those roots as well when I'm not in that creative mode, or when I feel like I have that like wall blocking me. I just go back and listen to them and just, let it happen.
Hell yeah. All right, what do you got in store for the next couple of days?
Well, oh man, tonight, we are actually, well, not tonight, this afternoon, we're shooting a video. 3 p.m. We're gonna be shooting a video to Art Basel. So I dropped a music NFT called Art Basel. It minted out 150 editions, and basically we're gonna have the video shoot here. So I'm definitely excited to meet some of the DJs, speak with Jay Chains and the gang, and just have a good time, And then anybody that holds the music NFT also gets a free claim to the visual.
Oh my God.
So that's a way that like I love Web3 and how it works. Just the fact that like not only can I find people that support my music and actually enjoy it and want to invest into it, but I can give those investments back to them by offering them free claims on the music video. And there might be some merch coming in the way as well.
Oh man, I'll tell you what.
Definitely, it's gonna be a good time. And then tonight I'm at Marcy Fest with Pictures of New York.
Okay.
Scott Marcy. So I'll be performing at the showroom.
It's at the same place we were at last night.
Same place.
I'll tell you what, man, they did a fantastic job putting that room together.
Man,
They said
shout out Scott Marcy, man.
Yeah, if you guys and if you were in the Web3 Breakfast chat, you did get a chance to see the video of Turbo 7 and I singing our song last night, and you got to see some of the backdrop, the mural that was on the back. But I tell you what, the whole warehouse space, they said it's taken a little bit over a year to spray that whole thing. It looks so cool. It is such a vibe.
It's amazing.
Such a great venue. Shout out to those guys, to the businessmen. They've been putting it in. They've been putting it in.
Always, man. Cooptown Records in the building. You already know.
That was actually, I feel like, was it the NFT NYC party last year? Were you there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was like a big dance off.
It's been a big year, man. Like,
it's crazy to think, man. I think we were talking about this last night with a couple other people. Crazy to think all the shit that went down over the last year in just 1 year.
Like it's been incredible. Like it's been a lot of shit, but it's been a lot of like success as well, and just a lot of building and just a lot of like thriving, you know what I'm saying, and innovation. So it definitely coming to the end of the year, you know, looking back, it is crazy to look at all the stuff that happened, but at the same time, I'm grateful because it's like, once again, it just solidified certain relationships and helped me build new ones, you know? So it's a beautiful thing, man. Life's a beautiful process.
Let me ask you a question. So we're obviously in the crypto game. And we got a hand from Corey, so we'll get to that in a second. But we're in the crypto game, that blockchain, and it's all tied together. Getting ready to go into what some people can arguably say is going to be the biggest bull run we've ever seen. How do you think that this influx of people coming into the crypto scene is going to positively, in fact, impact the NFT music scene?
Well, I mean, there's somebody on Twitter I meet every single day that didn't even know music NFTs existed.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, I feel like when that happens, this is going to be a beautiful time. I feel like it is going to be a bit more, it's going to be a bit more of an effort, you know what I'm saying? Because with so many people coming in and, you know, just making sure you do your own research on certain communities and founders and, like, you know what I'm saying, making sure that you're keeping your community safe. Like, it's a lot. So I'm very excited for it, though, because, like you said, we're early. Like, we're so early to this. And it's like, whenever I'm able to onboard one of my friends from, like, back home in Detroit or just anybody, you know, it just makes me feel good because it's showing them, like, yo, there's a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still early to it. So it's beautiful, man, honestly.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here with us. I want to see if Turbo, I'm going to bring his camera in.
Shout out to the parents in the background.
But I'll tell you,
Gotta love him.
well, maybe he's not there yet. We'll bring his camera because he just saw him there a second ago. Anyway, all right. So you're performing the next couple nights. I'm really excited for this.
There he is.
There he is.
You're on mute, buddy.
Oh, his headphones are out here. He needs his headphones.
No. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
there
can.
we go.
Yes. Okay. Fantastic. So I've been trying to play music. You know, we've had everybody coming in. Granny just showed up. You know, she is. You know, her and her husband were the owners of the drug rehab facilities there in Detroit. She just pulled up. She's doing her rounds and stuff. And so some more people have been, you know, rolling through. You know, Doc Rush just came in. So I heard you guys are wrapping up your interview. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm ready to get things started. I'm dropping 100 into the donation box. I'm ready to get things going. I'm sending that right now. Let's go. Because look, I'm telling you, did you look around here? I mean, we got people from all over the world. You know, we got people in here like from every background, every race, every age. I was telling about that incredible interview, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Big Unc. I mean, you know, Big Unc, how old are you? He's in his 50s, you know what I'm saying? I was like, he's an elder, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, that's what we need. I'm like, oh my God, I get it.
Turbo.
Yeah. Yes.
I am 8 years away from being 50. Don't you ever fucking say that 50 is an adult. You son of a bitch.
Well, hey, sometimes it's like that. Yeah, and look, and now you're a rapper, you know what I mean? Never too late. Never too late.
Shout out to Web
Ness,
Breakfast.
how do we do?
Last night.
Well, yeah, maybe maybe it's time. I was asking you about collabs. Maybe it's time to get on that collab, man.
Whenever. I'm already ready.
Maybe the Web3 Breakfast guys will
Hey, we got the studio here.
We'll let you
know what I'm saying? We got the studio here. We got other artists here as well, man. We ready. So
I think we're gonna put together a song today.
We definitely putting a song together tonight and tomorrow. So Okay, it's going down.
Oh shoot! Hang on. Okay, now I'm back on my computer. Sorry, hang on. Okay, I'm not used to running so many different stations now. You know what I mean? Like we done graduated. You know, we got a whole
Turbo made
house full of all. Turbo has made it. You know what I'm saying? And if Turbo made it, then you done did. And that's why we're live. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're sharing the story. That's why we're putting together a documentary. You know what I'm saying? Like because you have made it too. If you were watching this, you have made it. You know what I'm saying? Just make some moves. You know what I'm saying? Get knowledgeable and. When I get fired up, it's just you know what I'm saying. I got to work on that. Yeah, that's gonna have
No,
to
it's
be.
all good. No, it's passion. So you got to let passion take over.
Yeah.
When passion takes the wheel. Corey, I see Corey's got his hand up. What you got for us, dog?
Oh. Okay, I think I can. I'm gonna make a switcherooski. Nope, I think we have some friends pulling up.
Let me let me mute Turbo. There we go. All right, Turbo's been muted. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I know where you're going with this now. Dirty dog, you. You dirty dog. I'm so happy for you. Come on. Definitely, Turbo, can you hear us? Well, how could you say it? I said, could you hear us? And you looked and said no, which leads me to believe that you can hear us.
I can't hear Corey. Sorry, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you. So Corey's just up in St. Augustine.
Yeah.
We're going to have to make a quick beer
Yeah.
stop and meet Corey on the hill.
Definitely.
It is happening. Oh, Turbo's going up on the. Are you going on the mobile cam now?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Let me see here.
Sunday, I think. No. What is today?
Today's Saturday.
Maybe Monday. I'm not actually sure. Corey, I'll let you know.
Shout out to everybody in the chat too, man. I see you guys commenting now. I didn't see that earlier, so definitely shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Thank you so much. Yeah, Turbo made it to the blunt cam. We didn't do the blunt cam.
I mean, the day's not over.
True. We can set that up later.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Like now. I'll be right back.
Okay. Gotta get to work. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you guys. Let's go. Yo, let's get those donations up. Matter of fact, let's get those donations up.
I mean, $5, $10, $20, guys. Like, we're not asking for people to donate the big dollar stuff. Like, just a couple bucks. And the whole goal is to do this as a community. So, everything collectively raises up. I mean, you guys are doing this. So
where do they have to go in order to donate?
So you can go to my Twitter page or it's through ETH. Should we get a fiat one, Turbo? That was not something I thought through. We're just probably relying on the crypto and the Web3. I can't hear you, man. Oh, I see. You were pointing at your phone to say, let me up on the stage on the Twitter space. Yeah, okay. There we go. We're doing a lot. Doing a lot here, guys. There we go. Yes, sir. Okay. financial literacy, and giving people the opportunity in order to succeed. I mean, like, there's no way that someone can succeed in a digital world without access to digital communications. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Literally doesn't make sense. If my phone dies, like, I have a panic attack until I can get charged and like get connected again. I couldn't imagine not being connected. Now, obviously that's a problem unto itself, and what I'm saying is more of a joke. But really, there is just a 0% chance that, or a 0% reason that anybody living in our country shouldn't have access to the freaking internet, and that's just crazy, you know. Mhm. Okay, I like it. All right, let me slip into the interviewer mode. Let me have a little sip of my White Claw, brought to you by Be Nice.
Shout out, Be Nice. For
Shout out
sure.
Be Nice. Look at this pink little drink cooler that I got from Carter. Thank you, Carter.
I'm loving the merch. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna be rocking one of those buckets in the video. So,
Oh yeah,
oh yeah,
dude.
definitely.
I tried to put on one of those bucket hats. I am not my body, me, Jay Chains,
I feel you,
Justin.
bro.
I'm not a bucket hat kind of guy. That's not my style.
Let's get on the blunt camp.
Yes. Yeah. It's a great question. And I know the question stems back to Web3, and we were talking about this, I think, with Keeper before. Is that, like, when guys like us got into the space, Web3 wasn't even a thing. That wasn't the word. That it was just crypto and blockchain, right? And so, like, but I understand that there is a massive difference between Web3 and crypto, right? Like, crypto traditionally is just all the coins, and when I got back in 2017, it was all just the ICO craze at that point, right? And so it was, the coin was the main focus, and now for me, I think and it was back then, like, crypto was still a movement, like the whole why Bitcoin was started, the cypherpunks and all that stuff, was a movement. And what we've seen and what I've seen, it was very distinct. I think it was Bitcoin 2020. I believe it was Bitcoin 2020. Is when it was just very clear that it was not a movement anymore, that it was an industry, right? Like, that we had made it, like, not too big to fail, because that's probably not the correct word to use there, but that there was a seismic shift in this ecosystem, that this is happening. And, like, for many years, a lot of us, I took shit from people in my family for kind of betting big on where crypto was going and investing early. And I think a lot of us probably did, right? You get called an idiot, you get called, foolish, whatever. But, you stick to your convictions and all that. And so, with that, again, like, so the movement kind of ethos of this has gone away in the crypto scene. But I think that we saw the reemergence of that when really NFTs came out, with the communities and building the communities. And, you've got collections that, the ones that I was part of, Lazy Lions and the Lazy Apes and all that, where the whole ideal was really to build that community and to have the community empower itself. And like, to me, like that was one of those moments where you're like, shit, this is it. Like, this is where it's at. Because like, what we talk about on our show all the time is that, at least maybe it's been a little while, but really there's like the two pillars of what Web3 are. It's, it's the community and the, yeah, now I can't even think about it. It's the, oh golly, what's the word I'm looking for? This is crazy. We access. And okay, that's the whole thing, right? Because there's the Venn diagram. And so you have your overlap, right, where the access and the community kind of extend into each other. And I think that's where we find like the true potential of where we are, right? Where you can, and this was actually something that I was talking to Unc about a little bit before, because getting Mikey Williams into a Web3 ecosystem, because we all know the rigors. If you're going to be the founder of a project, like if you don't show up, you're going to get left behind, right? And so, with someone who, like for someone who has got so much going on in their life, right, and with trying to start a career in athletics, and with all the adversity that he's overcoming, with what he has, like there's just 0% chance that he could sit in a Discord for 20 hours a day, that he can respond to every message. So like, how do you provide those opportunities for people that want to get into this ecosystem, but not have to like overextend themselves and then get burnt out and considered a rug? And so like, I don't know where I was going with this, but like that, that's like the importance of today, right? And so, when we talk about Web3 and why we talk about how it's important, these opportunities where like, we have the opportunity today, you and I, Turbo, you and I have this opportunity to speak to someone who is going to be extremely influential to generations like below us, right? And so with that being said, like we have the opportunity to talk about crypto and blockchain and Web3 and in the ethos of it and why it's so important to someone that he's going to take our advice, and and kind of what this means for him, especially with name, image and likeness, and how he can control his own IP, being someone who's on his way to being a megastar. Yeah. Yeah, I think the beta test went really well. Like, yeah, of course I do. I do. Yeah. Obviously, there's some lessons that we've got to take back to the drawing board, take back to the developers, like the security and privacy aspect, the finding ways to cut down on the scams. I'm gonna mute you unless you want. Can you mute yourself when you're not talking? It's really loud in there. So finding ways to cut down and mitigate the risks of scams and rugs and all that stuff. I think it's going to play a big role in where we go from here. But I think that we can take the data that that we've collected over the last couple of years about NFTs and this ecosystem, PFPs, and how it works for digital ownership and being able to self custody your stuff. Yeah, I think that we can take a positive outlook on all of this and say yeah, there's a couple of things that we need to change, but for the whole, this is good. This is something that's going to work. Loud and clear, baby. Not at all. Well, I'm passionate about making money here for sure. Like, I don't want to lie to anybody. So that's one thing that's important. But collaboration. I'm like that's my most important thing, right? Like if I can find ways to work with everybody, and that is one of the things. This is funny because like this is going to turn into a psychological conversation. Because that's the one thing that's one of the biggest things that holds me back, right? Is because I want to collaborate with everybody. And so I carry the opinion of I will get along with everybody because I can do that. That as a host, as a show host, like that's my job is to get along with everybody so that I can have a conversation, even if, you motherfucker, Doug, you're fired from the pizza party. You are. I know, but Doug's helping me. Doug's helping me because like one of the things that like, and Doug, like you are helping me with this, right? Because like we've had the conversations that went through. You can't be boring. As the host, I have to be boring. And maybe that's not the right way to say it, right? But you kind of have to play that middle of the road. Hey, buddy.
Let's do it this way.
Perfect. We'll switch back to the solo cam.
Yes. Okay. Because they were saying over on YouTube they weren't able to hear me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Buddhism? No. No, but as the host, you got to get along with it. Like you can't go in like if I don't like your opinion. Like if I was going to interview you about cake, because that was like what the interview was about. Like I can't be a cake hater going into this interview because that's not going to be pleasant for anyone. I understand that, but like if I were to interview you about it, like I would take a subjective approach to it because that would be, the job of the host is to make sure that the message of the communication comes across, not my bias of hating cake. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So cake is gay.
Uh,
I was just trying to. What?
no.
Shock. I just wanted to shock you. Yeah, it was shock. Shock you.
I was, like as Doug was talking, I was like thinking, I'm like, nobody can hear on the YouTube. And so I was wondering if I have like a piece. I think I can plug my iRig into the phone and I can port my phone into one of the things. So I'm going to grab that really quick.
People can't hear on YouTube still.
I don't think they can hear Twitter.
Can you guys hear Doug when he talks? You got Carrie on the YouTube. Can you hear the Twitter space people?
Give a little checkarooski here.
That would be just a tragedy.
And if that is the case, let me give a shout out to everybody that is watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because you all are the real heroes in that, sticking around with us, man. That is absolutely incredible. I'm gonna give it a quick little check here, Jay.
They said they can't hear the Twitter space.
Okay. Well, listen. Do we have a track that we could play real quick?
Yeah.
And then we will go in and.
Is this better?
I think that might work actually.
There was like something that went by. Doug, can you say something? Or I guess you're Turbo. You could too. This is frustrating.
I'm about to jump in an Uber to come to Razzle Dazzle.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Doug said he's about to jump in an Uber.
Ooh.
Check. Mic check.
Can you guys?
So I'll be there in like 18 hours. The Uber.
Can you guys hear?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Dude, those things are like parrots or parakeets, and there's a flock of them, and they love this tree that's like right up there. And man, when they come, they make a lot of noise. A lot of noise. I did see, by the way, we got a donation in. Shout out to our first donation received. Thank you so much.
No, that was me. That was all my eat.
Thank you, Corey.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you. We sure do appreciate that. We'll make sure that we get something your way. And I think that means we're good to go?
What?
All right, perfect. That means us.
You're not supposed to get anything for a donation.
I know that, but that just means that we're definitely coming to see you because, like, not that we weren't going to do it anyway, but
that's real.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your support, man. Thank you, everybody, for coming through and supporting as well. I mean, that's what it's all about. Like you were talking about that and, like in that, right? Like the support, and I guess let me ask you, man, like, how has the support been through your career? Like, I mean, do you feel supported? Do you feel like you've been supported on some things and not other things? Like what has it been like? And my follow-up question is then going to go into something about like how, like how you overcame and like how you continued to push yourself forward.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you obviously you find your people and, you've got some people that definitely do support you and you've got some people that don't. And, you find supporters along the way, people that'll, you link up with. And that's like, one of the biggest things, that I've found, or at least that, as I'm a positive person, right? So I try to find a way to surround myself with positive people all the time. For the peeps on YouTube, we should post a link. Yes. Yeah. We can do that. No, I forget what I was going to say.
We were just talking about support, and you said you find your tribe, and like how the people that will support you. And
yeah. I mean, it's just all about who you surround yourself with, right? Like, I think that just makes the most sense, so that you do feel supported, because we're all, going after the same thing. Now, obviously we put ourselves in situations where whether we've got to work with people or whether we have to, just be around people that we might not, get along with, that we know we're not going to get the support from, but maybe what we can do is utilize that, on a relationship aspect. We talk about our 4 currencies, and, it's time, knowledge, relationships, and then money. And so, sometimes you just have to use a relationship to help you get to where you need to go.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely could agree with that for sure. And I see, man, CRG, he's hovering around. He's so ready to jump into the driver's seat, man.
You want
to? Yeah, look at him. He's like, he's over here. He's flipping food at me and stuff. He's like, he just hit me with a tomato or something. I'm gonna jump up.
All right, no. I'm gonna take a break.
If you gonna take a break, I'm gonna go into your seat. We're gonna bring on Crypto Rap God, and I'm okay. In 2 seconds here.
Let me play a song.
Yeah, we're gonna play a quick song. All right. Yep. And we'll be right back, guys. Retweet out the space. If you're on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Smash that like. This is Nessie the Rilla. Crypto Rapper Guy coming up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Hey. Love money, fuck drama. Taught to get the commas, they was learning about some blah blah. Can't nobody save you when you slaving for $1. Got to teach them how to fish so they gon' eat. We don't catch a far to play with these lames in a whole different lane, covered by the chosen one. Since he left, ain't been the same. Seeing red when I had it up, I'm tired, but it's changing. You can never sub beside the equation. They sleeping on me, but the cash down. I do it for my twins. What you doing last for? I done out the web 3, now I'm seeing cash flow. 85 up in the T's, you can do the math, ho. Mobbing with some queens and they even quote the lines. Rolling woods and they keep an open mind. Had to let go of a couple, they was trying to throw the line. You don't make it multiplied and the time's gonna divide. I just get digits, new way, get chicken, big business, OG, dismissing. I can't let nobody stop me from getting my ticket. I don't care if you my man, it don't mean you exactly. Got the keys, I can flip it, friend tech, turn 2 to 11. You can get that little flex. Over the head road, running, getting checks on my ex in a van, while I'm thumbing in a bed like love money, fuck drama. Taught to get the commas, they was learning about some blah blah. Can't nobody save you when you slaving for $1. Got to teach them how to fish so they gon' eat. We don't catch a far to play with these lames in a whole different lane, covered by the chosen one. Since he left, ain't been the same. Seeing red when I had it up, I'm tired, but it's changing. You can never sub beside the equation. Little bitch, I'm on my dick. I'm on my dick. Little bitch, I'm on my dick. I'm on my dick. Little bitch, I'm on my dick. I'm on my dick. Little bitch, I'm on my dick. I'm on my dick. Little bitch, hey, yeah.
All right. I was gonna take a break, but Turbo ran to the house and he's not back yet. So we'll be back here in just a second. He's coming. Here he is. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us so far today on the Razzle Dazzle at the Basel fundraiser. Turbo Cito, you gonna take the hot seat? All right, let me get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit! Let's do this. Let's see here. Let me see here. Let me see. Can I do it in this one? I think I can. Well, you know what? Dang. Yeah, please. Thank you. I get to be J Chains. Hey, like that one time I crashed Dougie's space, man. That was the greatest. I love impersonating J Chains. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see here. I want to do this. Oh shoot! Y'all know what time it is. Hey, this is a Web3 community check-in. We got to give a big shout out to our guy Corey, you know what I'm saying, coming through on that donation, man. Thank you so much, man. That's what it's all about. All of us coming together, all of us winning, man. Thank you so much for that. Got to give a big shout out to our big homie Matthew. He is an actual financial planner. He's been here with us in Miami. He had to go, and I'm sad, but he is an absolute incredible person. Make sure you give him a follow. Ellie, she is a super community supporter. She's constantly pulling up to the spaces, supporting, showing that love. Thank you so much for doing that. And we see a vengeful mama. That's Jay's lovely wife, and she's an incredible person. There's so many more, Carrie, we see, but right now, it's time for Crypto Rap God.
Hey, man. What the hell going on, man?
Dog, you are up, bro. You're up.
What you mean by that? What you mean by that?
Man, you are.
I ain't up in crypto right now. I wish I was, man.
You know, it bees like that sometimes.
Yeah,
it's a cycle, but I'm talking about
sure.
you up as like the next big artist, bro.
Nah, for sure, man. I already know I go crazy, but I'm a humble ass dude. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, and you know, where do you find that balance, bro? Where do you find the balance between like knowing, like,
just the way I was raised, man? I was raised to be humble. You feel me? I'm good at a lot of things. You feel me? If I was just cocky with everything I do, I wouldn't have made it this far.
Sure.
You feel me? Because I like creating connections. You feel me? Like genuine ones.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's really what it is.
For sure. And with being humble, right? Have you seen, like, has it slowed you down any? Has it ever, like,
I mean, of course, being humble slows you down. Because if I was cockier, you feel me, more people would probably pay attention, but I would probably have more hate too. You feel me? Which I don't care about the hate, but that's just not me. Like, it's not in my nature. Like, I'm a person where, when I was hooping back in the day, people would tell me to shoot more.
Yeah,
I like to pass. You feel me?
Right. No, most definitely. Oh, hang on one second here. We have someone pulling up, and so I'm just trying to run this. You know what I'm saying? You know, while we do this, Crypto Rap God, can you take this time and just really give them an introduction of who you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the things you've done and those things. I appreciate you, man.
It's your boy, D-House motherfucker, D-House MF, a.k.a. Crypto Rap Guy, a.k.a. CRG.
2 seconds, we'll be right back.
For sure. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. You know what's going on, man. Look, man, I've been doing this music shit since I was 12 years old. I'm 30 now. Blessed to be 30. Hoop, play D1 basketball, do a lot of shit. I'm the best rapper on the blockchain, best hooper on the blockchain. I don't give a fuck, bro. What you want to do, we can do it. Yeah, man, but this is my journey in Web3, man. I came here to really give back to the people that support me. Like, if you support me, I was always trying to figure out how can I make fans money while I make money. Then I heard about NFTs, man, and then, like, the rest was history. But I was in crypto first to make money. But when I found out about NFTs, that's when I was like, yeah, man, I got to utilize this technology because this is the future. So, yeah, man, that's what I do, man. I'm an entertainer. I'm a funny-ass motherfucker in person, funny-ass motherfucker on spaces. Wherever I go, I like to make people happy, whether that's them laughing, whether it's me giving them good advice, whatever it is, man, that's what I like doing, man. And I make motherfucking hits. I make motherfucking bangers. That's what I motherfucking do. These motherfuckers, I don't know where the fuck they at. So I guess this is CRG motherfucking show now, man. Let me tap into the stream, man. I'm in the stream right now, man. Anybody commenting? Leave a comment, man. Hold on. Let me see. For sure. I see y'all, man. We got Candle Daddy. What made you come up with that name, bro? Got Mr. B in the building. Shout out Carrie C. Shout out my boy Self-Made Tommy out here, man. I need to call my boy, man. My boy go crazy. He's a vegan chef. Call himself the vegan trap lord, but he's a vegan chef out of North Carolina, man. Go crazy. Candles are my sons. You funny as hell, man. But yeah, man, I'm having a good time out here, man. I don't know if y'all seen the venue, man. The venue in this motherfucker is lit, man. I went to sleep outside last night, bro. I was lit as hell. You can't even. Damn, can you see the back? Oh yeah, there you go. You see the motherfucking seat? You see that seat in the middle right there? You feel me? It was like fucking 78 degrees outside. I said, hey, bro, I'm finna go to sleep outside. Nigga was high, nigga was drunk. I'm like, I'm sleeping outside. So I slept outside, woke up outside, bro. It was the best fucking feeling I've felt in a long time. And them seats is comfortable. And it was perfect temperature. I had my hoodie on, sweatpants on. We was big chilling, man. I'm telling them how I slept outside right there this morning.
Yeah, bro. I slept outside this morning too.
Bro, I slept outside last night until the morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did that my very first trip to Miami.
Oh,
how amazing was it?
Man, that shit was so, bro. I'm talking about it right now.
Yeah. It's like, dude, like it's crazy because it's like there's something about being in that lawn chair under the stars. Yeah. And then you wake up, because it was me and my homie, Syfe got bars, another dope musician. Yeah. And like, so we slept outside. We're like, man, let's just crash it right here. And we woke up in the morning, we like looked at each other, the sun came up over the harbor. Yeah. And it was like, what the hell?
We really did this, but this shit felt good as hell. Like, I don't got no regrets.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, like putting something like this together under the short time period can be very stressful, right? Yeah. A million moving pieces. And this is the one thing I try to explain to people all the time. Like, right now, we're innovators. We're the innovators. The adopters are the people that do the work.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that are like using the technology and pumping up the discords and like getting super excited. We are still creating.
Facts.
And so it's really hard in that support sometimes because you have your mission and the things that you're doing and you got to be certain places in this. We got this mission here. You want to support this person doing this. And we just can't be everywhere.
Nah, that's a big fact, man. I be telling everybody, like, what events you going to? You going to this event? You going to? Bro, I can't go everywhere. I just want to go to where the people I fuck with it. You feel me? And if it's new people that I ain't met there, like I network with them, but the people I fuck with, I'm gonna go to. Shout out Art Basel. I'm gonna be in Art Basel tonight, man. I'm finna go to Orange Soda after this. Yeah, in a few. I'm gonna go to Orange Soda. And yeah, man, those the two events I'm going to today, man. Shout out Chin Pokies, man. That's man funny. But yeah, shout out them too. I might pull up on their shit because they keep telling me to pull up.
Yeah, man, they have such a dope space, man. Like the Pokies are pretty dope, pretty funny little art they got going on.
Nah, for sure. Dude in Atlanta with me. You feel me? We ain't linked up in Atlanta, but he out in Atlanta, the founder.
Oh shoot! I didn't realize you was in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, bro. We're gonna have to do some stuff before. We're all the whole crew is moving to Nashville.
Man, like I told them, I told somebody earlier, I work for a company called Von Lane. You feel me? So I travel to Nashville and I come back every day. Like I work Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
You travel to Nashville?
Yeah, every
Do you
Saturday,
have a house
Sunday,
up there?
Monday. Nah. I work. So the company I work with, we drive to fucking Nashville, drop them passengers off and come back.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
Dang.
Dude, if I want to go out there, it costs me $10 each way to get out there. You feel me?
Dog.
So I can easily get out there.
Well, look, I got a 3 bedroom, so
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? We hook a bed up, man, anytime you want to come through and stop through.
And you got the bars too, man. I bring the studio shit, man. You feel me?
Yeah, hey. And we're making a lot of moves, we're doing a lot of building, a lot of stuff, like you can't really talk about, you know what I mean? Because people just like as soon as you say something, they're like, when are you gonna do that? It's like, bro, it's gonna take some time, like, what I mean? And so we definitely have a lot of stuff on the horizon, man, especially when it comes to music, metaverses, you know what I'm saying? Those things there, what we're gonna be growing and putting together is gonna be absolutely crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's the transition of wealth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like before crypto, you know what I'm saying? Did you feel like, and I don't know too much about your background, say it's like that stuff there. So, but my question is, right, like before crypto, right? Like I would say like my goal is to be a millionaire, right? I found crypto and I'm like, I'm going to be a billionaire before I die.
Right.
A billionaire.
Right.
If you get in right now, and, you know what I mean? And you just did the top ones. Yeah. You're going to be all right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so with like, and I feel that way. And it sounds like you kind of sound the same. Yeah. How has that changed the trajectory of your music and your mission? Like what you're doing? Like, has that had an effect?
Yeah, it has had an effect because I'm the crypto rap guy. When I heard about NFTs, right, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm finna start making music for pride. And this was like early 2020, January. I was like, man, I need to make this music for fucking the space and shit. But I didn't have my crypto rap guy name until October of that year. I was like, crypto rap guy. That's what my fucking name gonna be. Right? Yeah. And I took it and I ran with that shit. And everything I wanted to do, I did, right? And I grew up listening to Lil Wayne, right? So I'm with bars. You feel me? I want my shit to go over people's head, you know, all this shit. 3 years later, you just understood what I said. So with crypto, I was able to be like, ain't nobody talking about the shit I'm talking about with crypto or none, or piecing this shit together in a way where it's fucking art, right? So I'm like, okay, I got a free range to do unlimited shit with crypto and the type of music I make. And that's literally what I do. And it's elevated because now when people listen to this shit and they hear what I'm saying, they like, what the fuck? You just said that? Like, I gotta remember this line. I said something about boy, you better dip for they sweep. I'm gonna give my partners a chance to load them up. Right?
Yeah.
Dip.
Yep.
For they
sweep the
like,
floor,
sweep,
go get
like,
it. Yeah.
Get sweep, like
Yeah,
drive
shot.
by. You feel me?
Hit the
They
floor.
gonna load them up, like, come on, load
Yeah.
up on the, come on, like shit like that. Motherfuckers ain't doing.
Yeah.
So when they see me doing that, that defines what crypto rap god is.
Yeah, most
Feel me?
definitely.
So yeah.
Now the people that are close to you, man, like you know, in real life as well as, you know, like in the crypto space. Let's get rid of the crypto space. Let's just talk about your in real life people, right? How accepting are they of the crypto, man? I mean,
They very much so are very accepting. You know why? Because they don't see me get money before crypto, and they don't see me make money with crypto, and they know I'm not on no shit where I'm not on no bullshit. If I say I'm doing something, I'm doing something. I done seen $20,000 in my account turn to fucking 1,000. You feel me? Because I didn't sell. Like, you feel me? But that's only because I done seen money like that. So I was wanting more greedy, which I probably shouldn't have been. But I'm just saying.
Right.
So people are accepting. And then when I talk about it and have certain bars in the music and all that, they want to learn. They like, damn, this what you meant by that? That's hard. And they like, I want to learn more. I want to get into it. I'm gonna get right and know all that. I'm like, bro, you don't have to be rich to get into crypto.
Right.
And then you don't have to put money into crypto to be into crypto. You could be watching what's going on, because every day is not a buy opportunity. It might take a whole year for a real buy opportunity to come. You feel me?
Yeah, facts. You know, I actually started doing that, you know, because I wasn't really big into tokens. I was big in NFTs. And so, dude, everybody's been like, yo, Turbo, come to tokens. I'm like, all right, you know. And so I just been throwing $20 in, $50 in. You know, I hit a little lick. I throw a couple bucks in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm already up over $1,000, bro.
Yeah.
Just in a couple of weeks. I'm like, how? You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's the beauty of it, right? And what's cool is that, you know, I've really been able to start working on my discipline with savings. You know what I mean? Like, I would definitely say that I fall in the population of just being being financially illiterate. You know what I'm saying? I come from a impoverished background. You know what I'm saying? With like, you know, I mean, we didn't have like, you know, tons and tons of money. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a lot to save. You know, these weren't conversations we were having at the dinner table.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? My mother was 16 when she had me. My father was 18 and wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? And so kind of growing up, man, it was like we were just trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? And you develop this fear of losing everything, right? You know, like we're constantly, like, we were moving all the time, you know, having to do this. And so like money's kind of been one of the things like, yo, man, use that shit as fast as you can get it. Or, you know, like get rid of it as soon as you get it, you know, or someone's going to take it from you. You know, and now I'm learning like I can have control. I can control that, right? I can look in there and see my little thing going up and be like, oh, okay, you know, like I'm not gonna touch it today. I'm not gonna touch it today.
Gift and a curse.
Yeah.
So,
and then you watch it go down, and you're like, oh my god,
fuck, I should have saw that shit.
But you know, like it will eventually stabilize, and there are tokens and things out there that are more stable, right?
For sure.
I mean, if you making more riskier plays, you know, like you'll see that for sure. You know, and so like in all of this, right? And even like you're talking about your people, they seen you making money, you know, before. They see you making more money now.
And then I also keep it real with them. Tell them like it's also like I done lost before. You feel me? So they know. Like I tell them the good and the bad. You feel me? I give them the cons. Like even if it's more pros than cons, I'm gonna make sure they know the cons. You feel me? So they know what they're getting into.
Do you see them?
You're not finna get mad at me if you lose money.
Right now, do you see them participating? Like,
I see them trying to, or I see them. A lot of people participate on Cash App.
Okay,
Bitcoin. You know, you buy Bitcoin on Cash Apps. They be putting their paycheck, some of their paycheck percentage in there or some shit. Like, so people participate.
And you know, a lot of people like, you know, probably listen like, oh no, don't do Cash App. It's a centralized entity.
Man,
and if it ever goes,
we need them.
I know.
We need centralized entities because it makes it easier. People can buy Bitcoin on Cash App.
Yeah.
and make the price of Bitcoin go up.
Right.
You feel me?
It gets them participating.
Yeah.
And see, I've said that same thing. I'm gonna be honest with you, Crypto of God. I gotta tell you something, man. I use a Coinbase. I use Coinbase. That's my.
I mean, that's cool.
You know what I mean? Like I'm a Coinbase.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't fuck with Coinbase, but ain't nothing wrong with people using Coinbase.
I know. You know facts. And here's the deal, right? Like I had sent a bunch of money to the wrong place, and I was able to get on the phone and call them and get that money back. And so
that's one thing about it, though.
It's the gift and the curse.
You feel me?
You know, because there could be a day where they shut it off and I got money in there and I can't get to it. But this time, because, you know, that's kind of thing, right? Like you send your money to the wrong place, it's just gone. Yeah. That's the part of being decentralized. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like,
I like that though.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Tell me about like
I like decentralization. I say fuck the government for real, because it's like I think it's a president right now trying to get rid of the IRS. You feel me? Upcoming president, and I'm fucking with that. Like, you feel me? I'm pro Trump, but if somebody trying to get rid of the IRS, I'm pro them. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like a 10% flat rate tax, that's gonna make it better for everybody.
Bro, where do our tax dollars go?
But
where are they going?
To other countries.
Right. And what literally what we're doing right now, right, is we're saying, okay, since we can't get assistance and help to our people in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Then we're going to go ahead and grab the torch and we're going to work together and we're going to figure it out. We're going to hold spaces like this. We're going to shoot a documentary and bring attention to it. We're going to show what's going on and the different changes that we're making. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going to grab the torch. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, like, what's your thoughts on this whole community development center and, you know, like providing internet and these kids programs and stuff? I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Listen, bro, I'm all for it, man, because I'm in the crypto, of course, for the money. Of course, I'm in crypto for the money, right? But I'm in this shit because in NFTs and all this technology because it's the future and it's for the youth. Like I'm actually working on a children's book right now, right?
Okay.
I'm all for the youth.
Okay.
For real.
Tell me about this children's book.
That's why I gotta move my black charger, y'all. Right now.
We're just doing a quick little chat, guys. We are here. If you guys are listening in on Twitter, you guys can definitely check it out over on the YouTube. But we are doing an interview with Crypto Rap God. He's gonna take a quick little break. He's got to move his vehicle, man. We got a lot of moving pieces, people coming in, people going out. You know what I'm saying? Just capturing this moment with everybody. This has been absolutely great. It's been so surreal. We see Candle on here, and they're saying that or Condo. I can get my eyes fixed for sure, but children book is cool. Yeah, I think a children book would be really freaking awesome. You know, I think it'd be a dope thing. And looking into the crowd, I don't know if Awesome. Can you hear me, family? Are you there with us? Awesome, the biggest artist in the metaverse.
Yo, it's your boy Awesome as JL, aka the biggest music artist in the metaverse. Yo, shout out Web3 Breakfast Club. Man, we was out here in these streets last night going in. Shout out to CRG, killed the performance. Yeah, shout out Nessie. Shout out everybody, bro. That shit was amazing. No cap.
Bro, you want to talk about dope performance? I think this was actually the very first time I got to see you perform. And it was freaking awesome, bro. You can't the leather pants, like, no, come on, bro. Save some for the rest of us. Am I right?
Yeah, man. You know I'm on my Eddie Murphy vibe. Remember Eddie Murphy back in the 80s?
I'm gonna lie and say yes.
With the leather suits.
I'm gonna lie and say yes, but you know what I'm saying? Actually, I've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? I missed there's like a whole portion of life that I just completely missed. So, but seeing you rocking them leather pants, bro, I'm like, can Turbo made it wear leather pants? I mean, I've been wearing women's jeans, but like leather pants? I don't know, but bro, your performance was great, and you know the one thing that I have to say that I really appreciated about every time I see you, bro. You know what that thing is?
What is that?
Is that your wife is always with you, bro. I think that is so incredibly amazing and important. You know, like what is her feelings with all of this? Like, does she support you going on? I mean, obviously she supports you because she's right by your side. But I mean, like when the doors are closed, if you can give us just a little taste, you know, what does that look like as far as, you know, behind the doors? Like, is she telling you to keep going, push harder, or is it like, man, we need more balance?
Hey, Turbo.
Hey, there she is. Fantastic. Everybody get on your doggone feet. We got,
Hey,
what's going on?
you guys, what's up, man? You guys are having a great conversation, by the way. I'm sitting here feel like I'm listening to the most iconic conversation that you all are having right now. It's very inspiring. So shout out to y'all for creating this platform and using your voice to be heard. And to answer your question, I'm all about pushing up and going for your dreams and living out your real life and not a life that somebody told you to live. So I'm very encouraging. Like I believe in him, and so it's never a balance. We go all the way in, so that would be my answer.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Like, have you found times that have been tough? Has there been times when it's like been tough, like, or what about those times, man, when you see him not getting the support that he's supposed to be receiving, or you know what I mean? Like what have some of those times been like? Can you talk a little to that?
Yeah. So sometimes I'll say, what was it? The bear market.
Yeah, the bear market.
Which wasn't too long ago. So like during those times where I guess the morale of the community may be feeling kind of low, or people aren't feeling as pumped up. That gets hard. That gets hard because then I can see it in him that he might be feeling a little down, or just things going on that's out of his control. And so that gets hard because I'll be honest, he pumps me up. Like when I see him happy, I get happy. And so when he's down or not feeling inspired, we can all feel it in the house, like the cats, me. So sometimes we have those talks. So we'll take a walk, and I'll just have to be honest, like, babe, what's going on? And you need to get back to creating. You need to get back to making music. And I try to redirect, but that does happen. It really just have to communicate and not take it personal, because if you make it personal, then it can get selfish real quick, Yeah. So that's what we do. We just try to look at it, communicate, keep talking about it, and keep the line of communication open.
Now, Miss JL, now you are quite the celebrity yourself, and I'm sorry. Look, I didn't go all the way in. You know what I mean? Like, but you are a pretty big deal. Do you think that plays a part?
Thank you.
Do you think that plays a part in understanding? Because we see so many, spouses, right? Both sides, men and women, right? Where they're just like they hate it. Like this was a big reason of my divorce, right? Like I'm like, this is my dream. This is what I'm passionate about, and I feel so strongly about it that I cannot not do this. Like I have to do this because people are depending on it. My kids are depending on it, right? But she doesn't understand because she's never really been a part of the entertainment world, right? Do you think that plays an impact on like the understanding of the levels of support?
Yes, I do. And I think when I heard some of the side conversations happening, just learning about the dynamics of members of the community and their relationships, I personally think both parties have to be in agreement to what's going on. I realize now through conversation yesterday with different people that they do struggle with that. Like it's one person in and then the other person's completely disconnected. And to me, that won't work. So if you're not both on board or on the same page, it's just not going to work. And unfortunately, when you all become millionaires, they're going to be looking back like, man, I should have stayed with him, or I was there when he was. But you got to keep shooting in the gym, right? You can't come once he gets the championship ring, and that's just not fair to the person with the dream. And yeah, I've been in this industry for years, like pretty much my entire career. I definitely like give a voice to creatives and artists like myself. So you have to be on the same team. Like if you're not, then it's going to be hard.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. JL. We have some new guests that are popping up. We're just trying to get some things, but I forgot to mute my mic. I do have a follow-up question for that, with you on that, because, like being, from the web 2, right? Like, and really have, being in that, on that side of the fence, right? Like, and now that you're seeing, Awesome coming into the Web3 side and how he's building up and developing and, really becoming a prominent name inside of this ecosystem, right? And he's out with the other influencers and stuff. How does it, like, when you go to these events on the Web2 side, like, are the people just as crazy as they are in the Web3, or like, is it like more normal people? What's it like? What's been your experience and just the types of people from the Web2 to the Web3 that you're interacting with?
Okay, that's a great question. I definitely was a pioneer in the Web 2 space. So like, You know, me and Mark Zuckerberg went to college and was in school at the same time, right? So I've been a part of the evolution of social. I work in social, digital, all that. I was kind of doing what y'all are doing now, like 10 years ago, right? Like, you guys should use Twitter. You should use social media. It's going to be revolutionary. So for me, there's no community in Web 2. It's very vain. And like, we don't know these people, right? Like, you might have a lot of followers and all this stuff, but even when we go to events, like, we've seen Jack Dorsey in real life in events here in Atlanta, Killer Mike, things like that, but we don't know these people. So there's no sense of community in Web 2. Like, I've been to tons of events, but I've never really talked to people like, oh, you're Giselle from Twitter. Like, that just doesn't happen. Okay. But over here in Web 3, it's so personal and intimate, and I've never seen anything like it. I tell my husband that all the time, like, this is just brand new. It's like the metadata of Web 2 in real life. That does not exist in Web 2. Like, if you go to events, nobody talks to each other. There's no community. People just they'll literally go to your Instagram page and send you a DM before they talk to you in real life, even in person. So to me, this is just a whole different level of intimacy and like connection. This does not exist in Web 2 at all. Even big YouTubers, you're not going to see, if you see them in real life, they're not going to speak to you. You know what I'm saying? Even if they know your name or your handle. So I would say it's way more intimate, way more community driven, and it's more real to me.
Yo, that is absolutely crazy. I love hearing that. That actually gives me a lot of confidence in where we're moving in the space and what we're doing and the things that are moving forward. Miss JL, thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you for pulling up, guys. We'll come back to you, but we do have CRG. Miss JL, did you have any last final words before or Awesome, either one?
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, like she said, everything you guys are doing, bringing to the table is amazing. It's awesome. Keep creating this content. Y'all already know I'm down with Team Web3 Breakfast Club. I love what y'all doing. Oh yeah, the performance caught me off guard last night.
What you mean? What you mean to cut you off?
Breakfast Club song. I had no idea that was about to happen. I know 74K was like, man, we got something for you, man. We got something. Like, 74K, what y'all got going on, man? And then when I seen Jay Chains and Turbo jumped on the stage, I was like, oh, like that was fire. That was lit. That was fire, bro. And the song is so catchy, bro. Bro, y'all gotta admit that, bro. Y'all gotta put that out on the chain. Y'all gotta solidify that one, bro.
Yeah. We definitely gotta do that, man. We're gonna do that for sure, man. Thank y'all so much for that. Okay, well, we have CRG. He is back. He had to move the charger to get it up there. You know what I mean? But I know that you said you had some other events that were coming up that you had to get going on.
I'm gonna go to Orange Soda. Shout out to them. Shout out to Liz and shit.
That's the Wake and Bake Radio, right?
Yeah, I think they're part of that too.
Yep. It was a whole collaborative space too.
Yeah, it's a whole little thing.
Yeah, I know Divinity's gonna be out there. That's one of my buddies. Big Love.
I think Spotty Wi-Fi performing there too.
Oh shoot! Okay.
So it's gonna be a little situation.
Spotty's definitely the homie, man. I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, for someone that did it, you know what I mean? Like, he did it. You know what I'm saying? And he did it. You know what I'm saying? And if you can get close with Spotty and really latch on and kind of just look at his trail, you know what I'm saying? Of course, like, everybody gonna have their own trail, their own path, their way to get there. But y'all, every time I find somebody that did it, shit, there's nothing else. I at least want to check them out.
Nah, for sure. Nah, Spotty dope, man. It was great to meet him in person yesterday. I know he went to the studio. I was gonna pull up, but I was too tired.
Yeah.
Goddamn, even hit him up and be like, "What's happening?" But I had a long day yesterday, man.
Man, it's been a long couple of days, you know what I'm saying? So, I hit you with one last question, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, at the end, we'll get all your socials, where we can pick up your stuff, where we find your music, all that, right? But, like, my final kind of question is, man, like, this is 2023. We're coming to the end, right? Tell us, like, what's 2024 going to look like?
Man, 2024 going to be the year that everybody get off of Twitter Spaces, because I show them what the fuck going on. You know what it is? It's fucking X live stream, bro. X live stream is what it is. But productions, you feel me? I'm about to do productions, bro. Like, I'm about to do some next level shit, bro.
Yeah.
And when I do it, people not gonna know what to expect. And then it's always gonna be people that try to copy, but they're not gonna be able to do it like me.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I'm gonna be involving people like you, the people that I really fuck with, man. You feel me? Because we can take this shit to a whole nother level, bro.
Yeah.
Like, people sleep on X, but it's gonna take us creators to really push the narrative of X and like live streaming and stuff like that. Because Elon need help. He need people like us.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So facts. And you know, like
when he see it, he gonna reward people for sure.
Right. And I was gonna say, you know, like that the venue we were at last night for the Pepe Heart Basel, you know, like Pigeons in New York, right? Like and you know, had an awesome opportunity to talk to Jimmy, who's gonna be coming up next with and then after him it'll be his partner, you know, Smarts as well. But you know, like, you know, they were like, look, you know, we have this facility, right? We need to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can we do? Like, how can we come together? And you know, bro, I see a lot of future things coming up in there, you know, especially when you talk about just these live Twitter experiences. The moment that they're able to put that little live screen at the top of the Jumbotron is going to be a huge change.
Yeah.
And so
you should be able to run a live like with the fucking space, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. How
it would just be right up here.
Whole stream. You know how the live work. So I don't know how they'll work that, but it'll be cool.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. So, Crypto Rap God, man, tell everybody where they can find you at and all that jazz.
You
Get
can
your
find me
music.
in there. You can find me Twitter or X. You can find me there DeeHousemF, D House MF, D House motherfucker, or you can find me on IG King DEE House MF. Because I'm a motherfucking king, you did.
Hey, man, thank you again so much, bro. Thank you for being
having
here.
me.
Of course, man. We're going to be doing lots of this, guys. Yo, Crypto Rap God, definitely go check him out.
Yeah, Sersky. Oh, yo, check me out all streaming platforms. You feel me? D House MF. Put in Feet Walking to Apple Music and Spotify right now. You feel me? I'm going to pop up, be the first person. Only person.
And you're going to feel good. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, you're going to definitely enjoy it. All right, man. Hey, go out there, crush the world. We appreciate you, family.
Orange Crush game.
Hey, Orange Crush. Go get it on, man. Go get it on. Man, what an exciting day, man, with everything that's going on, man. You know, it's been absolutely crazy. Whoever wants to jump in first. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to put this on a quick mute here real fast. Hey, Josh. Josh. Hey, can we get Jimmy an interview? Jimmy's here. Oh, are you about to do something? I want to get Jimmy right here. Jimmy, I need to get his one-on-one interview, and we'll get you too.
Are you asking me to do something now?
No, I'm talking to Josh. Yeah, Josh. Yeah.
Hey, I get to interview Doug, not you.
No, I'm not. Yeah. No, I'm not interviewing Doug. No. I was just trying to get Jimmy interviewed, not Dougie, and maybe that's what they heard. Yo, damn, what a. Louis Vuittons, bro.
Nah, come on, don't do that.
It's in my face. They
it's hot out here, man. It's sunny.
Yo, what's up, man? We are here. The pigeons have landed.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Your all's project about these doggone pigeons was genius. Because unless you've been to New York and you've dealt with these gangster, different personality having pigeons, you know what I mean? Like you might think like, oh, these are just a cartoon. No, your all's pigeons are really like that.
New York pigeons are really like that. Like, I don't know, whenever they landed, you know, with Spain or whoever brought them here on those boats, but however the pigeons got here, they've been here forever, and they're like, you know, generational after generation. They're New York. They're born and bred. They're New Yorkers. Those pigeons are New Yorkers.
Yo, 100%. Yo, we are here with Smarts, one of the co-founders of Pigeons of New York. You know, we're going to be doing an interview with him while Jimmy's going to be on the inside doing his interview for the documentary. They'll switch, and we're going to have an opportunity to chat with them as well. You know, Smarts, man, first and foremost, you know, thank you for, you know, taking the time for you guys to come out here to be a part of this, you know what I mean, for your support, you know, to the community. And I want to kind of open things up with like, what does supporting the community, like, what does that look like? What does that conversation need to sound like? Like, how's it been for you?
Okay, before I get into that, thank you for bringing us here to this wonderful establishment that we're in. The backdrop is crazy. You know what I'm saying? The environment is amazing. So I want to say thank you for just allowing us to come in and do this. And to answer your question, what it looks like to us is we just want to be able to provide a launch pad and a comfortable space for our community and our people to come in to get the education and understand this space in the language that we speak, right? And we can give people the opportunity to observe or, you know, participate, and it's create an experience whether you buy NFTs or not.
Right.
So we create an environment where it supports the community of those who we know need it, that can provide opportunities, because then with those opportunities, there are people that step forward and take advantage of it, and otherwise they wouldn't have been able to.
Right.
And then we just be able to have people have the information where they can absorb it, and then they could do what they will with it. But when they decide to participate, or when they have no choice but to participate, they understand what they're in. So that's kind of like what it looks like for us. And then we just create those experiences. So we have mutual moments, we have mutual stories and memories and things that we can talk about. And it becomes a culture, it becomes a lifestyle, it becomes a brand like hip hop. So that's pretty much like what it looks like to us. It's not about money. It's not about, you know, how many followers you have, how many mints you did. It's really one foot in front of the other, one person at a time, and getting people to see and understand the future. And if they don't see it and understand it, when it happens, they'll be like, that's what they was talking about.
Yeah.
And at least they have a reference or a starting point to get their you know, they're not really behind, because now they're not being taught by people taking advantage of them. It was like, no, like, I know what you're doing now.
Sure.
So at least you could protect yourself, even if you don't participate.
Yeah. And here's the thing, right? Like, you know, you guys have years and years of experience. You're not new to this game. You know what I mean? Like you've been through the ringer, I guess you could say, right? And so, you know, like, man, how many events have you guys held so far? I look, I was with y'all in Miami last year. Y'all were feeding people. We were with y'all in New York at the bodega, which was every pigeon's. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna get my microphone. The Pigeons in New York, they put on events that bring people together and leave lasting memories. And I'm gonna be the first one to say, like, I'm sorry for not taking the time. You know what I'm saying? To truly, like, to understand that, because, bro, like the bodega party in New York, Jay says he's tired. You know, my feet hurt, right? And so he's like, he's all grumpy. So he goes up to the room, and I'm like, bro, like, come with us, right? Like, because we're wave 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come experience wave 2. And he's like, I'm tired. You know, I want to do this. And so he ended up coming. Bro, he still to this day talks about how he missed that event.
He regretted it. And we had a party bus. So if you don't know, we had a party bus running a route. So if you were afraid to come to the Bronx, and by the way, I'm going to brag. I'm going to talk that talk. It was the very first Web3 event in the Bronx during NFTYC ever. So we were the first ones to do it. And we understood the stigma that comes with the Bronx. Like, what are you talking about? Why would we go to the Bronx? Don't worry about it. You're good. We set up a location for people to stand. We had a party bus run a route and pick you up and drop you off at any time between I think it was 7 p.m. up until 2 a.m. So it didn't matter when you wanted to come and when you wanted to leave. The bus would pick you up and take you back. And it was a party bus. So you could drink, you have a good time, catch some content on your way. You get to see the city a little bit. And then come to us, chill, hang out, and then get right back on the bus and leave. You didn't have to take the train. You didn't have to worry about no strangers. You didn't have to worry about an Uber or anything like that. And that's what we talk about, creating experiences, safe environments for people to understand what this culture is and what we're trying to bring. And that was the intent.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you saw it. I'm glad you guys experienced it, recognized it. And if you got FOMO, hey, just come see us tonight. We in Miami. Just come check us tonight at 7 p.m. We at the showroom.
I'm gonna be there.
I mean, you know, Miami again. So we do it everywhere. Pause, you know, but it's like I don't know how many we've done. I want to say 12.
I thought it was 12. I was gonna say 12.
Around across the country. So
yeah, and you're not done.
And we're not. We got
a lot more.
We've already got our lineup between now and April 2024. We got like 2 or 3 events that's already being planned, venues locked in. The nearest one is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Then after the Super Bowl, we're working on Phoenix, Arizona. After Phoenix, Arizona, we're coming right back. We're circling back home in Brooklyn. We're gonna have a nice experience for y'all during NFTNYC 2024. So
yeah, man. And I'll tell you that I'm gonna hit one last thing on that bodega party. You know, Spotty pulled up.
Yes,
you know what
did.
I'm saying?
Yes.
And that made me really proud. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I met Jay, and I met him here a year ago in Miami, and that's how we got started. You know, I told him, I said, man, I said, look, I was like, we're wave 2 leaders. I said, you know what the problem with y'all wave 1 leaders are? I said, y'all won't let none of the wave 2 in.
That's a fact.
I said, so you all leaving all this, you're leaving all this talent on the floor, you're leaving all these people out. And he's like, well, what should we do? I said, we should work together, bro. I want to be your co-host because I understand that I can't push myself to the top. I got to get educated, right? Like just like in the military, we have rank, right? And you kind of got to go. You can't go from being a private to a general,
right?
And in this space, you can't go from the private to the general either. You know what I'm saying? There's just stuff you don't know, right? There's just things that have to happen, you know, in creating a good upward mobility, right? And then that's what I see with the Pigeons of New York, right? Is fostering that upward mobility. You know, through like, you know, education, you know, like through, you know, really talking to people and saying, hey, what can we do? I'll be straight up, you know, I deal with Cristiano, like we're all in that same group, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And bro, I was on the phone with him when he was like, bro, I don't know how I'm going to do this. You know, when he was like, I'm not sure like if we're going to be able to pull this off. I'm not getting, you know, the support to know if I could really pull the trigger on some of these things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all made it happen.
Yep. So I was gonna say, because this is what we've been doing. This is what we've been trying. Web3 is a hard place to get people to accept you and to really believe what you're saying. With especially in Wave 2, when we came in, it was the bull. It was right at the end of it. There was a lot of hopes and a lot of dreams and people standing behind projects and getting rugged. And you know, as a founder, you generally you have to be accommodated. You have to be nice. You have to have a certain trait to attract people to want to stick around. So when we're saying, hey, this is what we got for Web3, lock in with us, let's build, let's work. It can come across a certain way, like, wait, what? There's got to be something in it for them. It's too good to be true, et cetera, and we completely understand that. So all we have to do is lead by example, you know. So the Spotty situation and how he landed with us last year was everybody saw what happened on Twitter with NFTNYC, and him and us. We're just some 2 guys from the city. This is our town. This is our city. We want to put on the best Web3 event that we can because this is our town. It was a shot in the dark. Shout out to Joey, you know what I'm saying? Capitano, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nessie. They was like, yo, we can link you with Spotty. We like, word. Like we're like, holy shit. Like we're like you know, fanned out. Like, word, you can do that. We talked to Spotty. He was like, I would love to come.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's what we talking about. He didn't know me and Jim personally from a can of paint. We've had the opportunity afterwards to build with him, talk, have conversations and things like that. But at that very moment, he didn't know us. He knew of us. He knew we were the culture. We have a reputation. So maybe he heard about us. We have the same mutual circles of people in real life. And it was just like, wait a minute. Yeah, I would love to be able to perform for you guys. So big shout out to him. It just elevated. I just felt like it elevated us that much more in the Web3 realm. And this is just us explaining to our Web3 brothers and sisters, like on the ground, in real life experiences, venues, whatever you need in the country, like anywhere you want to go. If you got an idea, if you want to put something together, just talk to us. We're not your boss. We're not here to take anything from them. Just holler at us. We might be able to help.
Right.
And that's and you know, shout out to you guys for putting on an amazing event last night. And we were more than happy to help out, you know, the Pepe family. We talking about Cristiano, man. We talking about the longest running Web3 space consistently every single day.
Yeah.
You gotta, how can you not support someone with that much dedication? You can't deny him. You can't deny him. You can't. I don't know why.
No, for sure. And it's and sometimes those connections are so easy where it's like, what I mean, like you already have this thing that this person needs. This person, is going to, help and support and, get people knowing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's a symbiotic relationship. For so long, business has been looked at and thought of as like, what can you provide for me?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Instead of how can we work together, you know what I'm saying, and provide something for the greater good of all of us.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And we're going to have so much more success. Mrs. JL, she was just speaking. I don't know if you got to hear it or not, but the one thing that really like made my heart full, right, is when she said that in the Web3, the amount of passion that we have for each other. She said, you'll never see that in the Web2. You never see that. I mean, and you're in the entertainment industry. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right? Yep. Like, can you verify that? Like, do you agree? Like,
I agree. I can tell you that because me and Jim are always bringing that message, no matter if you want to listen or not. And we're going to pull you in kicking and screaming. We want to help you that bad. Like, we want to make sure the Web3 space is represented the right way that bad, because where we come from, that one thing that happens, that one time that coin dumps or that NFT rugs, your neighbor, the person that you convinced to come in, it's over. I knew it. It's a scam. And we understand what Big Corp is getting ready to do with the blockchain technology and how the future with gaming and music and all that is going to come, and it's going to happen in the next couple of years. And so it's very important for what I'm trying to say, for us to be that passionate, to be like, listen, I don't care what you think about me. I don't care. Like, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? And we want people to believe us that bad. It's like we want people to believe it, feel it, understand it, and experience it. So if you don't have that type of passion in Web3, I don't really think you're cut for it. You're not going to last anyway. I think anyone that's lasted have those traits where they're never going to give up. They're passionate. It's almost like that person that you're talking to. He sounds angry. He's not really angry. He's just passionate. But when he's talking to you, how it affects you, it either scares the mess out of you, or it was like, okay, stop. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because they're so passionate. So I think if you don't have that,
yeah, I gotta say this too, because this is one thing that is, I mean, just absolutely crazy. When we look at I don't know why I said crazy. Maybe crazy is not the right word. One thing I have to really truly tip my hat to the Pigeons of New York. You guys support everyone, even if they don't support the Pigeons of New York, right? Like when I first came into this, when we came in together, right? Everything was like hype. I got priced out the Pigeons, you know what I mean? Like I was priced out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it kind of faded, like, and they were doing the thing. And, you and I had several meetings, like with, different performers and different projects, across the thing. We just hadn't crossed paths, right? Like we hadn't really, like we hadn't had that moment. But last night, was that moment. Right, like it was that time where I'm like, you know what, I'm going hard on the Pigeons. Like I'm getting me a few of these Pigeons. I get it,
Thank you. No, thank you. It's timing. It's timing. Me and Jim know things happen in time, and things are not always going to happen on your time. I can't hold anything against you. Your financial situation or what you decide, what you want to buy, what you decide you want to spend your crypto on, whatever project you want to stand behind. It personally, I can't hold that against you. It's time. I don't get offended. Me and Jim, we don't get offended. It's just like, all right, they don't get it yet. They'll come around. If they don't come around, then they're going to be talking about us anyway. They're going to hear about us anyway. They're not going to be able to avoid us. So that's just that. Like I say that to say, you were who you were, and we linked, we rocked, we had a connection where this is somebody that I can give my phone number to, right? This is somebody, if we do a FaceTime call, I can turn my camera on and there's no weird crazy going on with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, he'll come around eventually. He'll if he don't get a pigeon, fine. I'm pretty sure he'll talk about us. Someone else We'll be like, you know what, that's a good project. They'll buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's okay, man. It's like we never forced it. It's just we token gate other communities to our events.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to hold our NFTs to get access to our events. If you already part of a project that we rock with, we'll token gate it.
Yeah.
It's cool. You don't have to buy a pigeon. Like, we would like you. Of course, we would love for you to do it. But if you can't, you priced out, it's fine. You're probably already a part of one of our friends anyway. We're going to token gate you. And you're gonna come experience this anyway.
Yeah, see, that's that, and that's what's absolutely beautiful. You know, you were talking about the Bronx and like, you know, how people had this stigma about it being dangerous. You know what I'm saying? That's why what we're doing, you know, up in Detroit, right? Detroit is in the same pocket, right? Like, I was up there and things was just wild. You know what I mean? Like, those people need help. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that's what we are doing today. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing this like telethon, raising funds. You know, people will be able to do that forever, right? Like, we're gonna keep the wallet open. We got a wallet that's set up designated just for them. We're handing the wallet over to the nonprofit, and so they can get to work building, right? Like, one of the big initiatives, you know, is really being able to provide the internet, right, to these people, right? Like 25% of people in Detroit don't have access to the internet.
That's wow.
It's crazy.
That's a new fact. I didn't know that.
You can't even wrap your mind around that, right?
Yeah,
like,
I didn't know that.
And so what this facility is going to allow to do, not just through leadership and educational programs, right? Because it's there's going to be a youth after school program, right? Where there's internet, right? We got some tutors, you know what I'm saying? They have access to these things, right? The internet's there, but through some tokens with Cardano and some initiatives that they have, like the Earth World Mobile token, we're going to be able to provide the internet to the surrounding area as well.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's really what we're out here doing, because, like, I mean, we know there's an issue, right? There's problems, right? And so we do have that up in the Jumbotron. If anybody would like to drop something in, look, it don't have to be thousands of dollars.
Your wallet.
Empty
your wallets, empty your bank accounts, empty your 401ks. They take EBT cards. They take everything.
Yeah, man. You know, it's because here's the thing, right? $20 today, right? That gets, let's say, one kid off the street.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth it. I would say. I mean, I didn't know that. Like, it's got me, like, it's got my wheels spinning. Like, no internet, and we come from the era before internet. But we got kids now, and we see how they act without their internet. So I know why Detroit is extra dangerous, man. Y'all don't got no internet, man. That's why these kids, these kids, 25% of those kids, that bad kid in the back of the classroom, the one that's causing all this trouble, you know why he not paying attention, he clowning and he beating your kids up? Because he don't got no internet, man. We got to get these kids some internet, and Detroit would be a whole lot more peaceful. Because look how our children act when we take their phones, man.
Crazy.
And when we're nowhere near as crazy as our kids are now. We tell our kids, back in my days when I was we were going through this. No, we're not going through what they're going through. Take that internet, see what type of kids you get.
Right. Well, and and for me, man, it's a lot about just the access to information.
Yep.
Dude, my son, I tell my son was like, Dad, can you help me? And Lucky, we see your hand out. We'll get right to you, buddy. Thank you so much for being patient with us there. But like with my son, right? He comes to me and says, "Hey, Daddy's like, do you think you can help me with my math homework?" I'm like, "Help me with my math? Hell no, I can't help you with your math homework, bro. I don't know how to do it. Like, that's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to find the best person, right?
Yeah.
Whether that's your teacher, and if your teacher, if he doesn't have time, you know what I'm saying, then you set a time to get on his meeting, right, on the calendar. You go on YouTube, you find some of these classes, and we sit down and we watch these YouTube together, and we figure it out together, right? Without that tool, I can't even help my kids in school right now. It's so crazy.
Yeah, man. It's important. The internet is a gift, and a curse all together. But yeah, there shouldn't be a reason why there's a population out there that doesn't have access to the same information to give them the same.
Oh, Jim, we're gonna switch. You're gonna take smarts, because then we'll switch and then you take a minute.
Sounds
okay.
good.
Yeah. And because we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up here.
Listen,
I want to get some last minute words. Some last things that you got. Obviously, a lot of moving pieces. When you're putting something like this together. Yeah. But I just want to kind of get your final thoughts, man. What would you tell somebody who's watching this right now about the power of in real life?
The power of doing something in real life is just like anything that you've ever done, like birthday parties, baby showers, whether it's church, funeral, concert, basketball games, playing in the park. You meet people where they are and you get to really understand who is behind that screen name or who's behind that profile picture. You actually get to know people. And Web3 has given us a new opportunity to be able to connect with people that we otherwise wouldn't be able to or have the opportunity to connect with. And it provides more opportunity and it provides more value to your life. So that's why doing in real life events for me and Jim has been like our thing. When we came into this space, we saw that there was no connection that was actively being made by founders, right? From a project level, from a community-based level. There was some that were doing it, but it was like party Lambos and all that kind of stuff. And, we were like, that's cool, but we want people to get to know each other. And we want to put people in a safe, comfortable environment where if you spent a lot of hours with someone in a space or you spent a lot of hours with someone in a DM or in a Discord chat, you actually get a face, a voice, an energy, and a vibe. And it will validate, what your perception was, of that person or not, or you get a deeper understanding of those people when you actually get to meet them face to face in real life. So, those experiences are very important. And I just think we have to, as a, community in our universe that we're in, we have to make sure that this is a part of NFTs, Web3, bringing people together, not only in a digital platform, but bringing them together, in a real way. People are introverted. People, you never know what someone is going through. It could be very therapeutic for someone to have a social connection with someone that starts online in a comfortable, safe place. Mm-hmm. And then they say, hey, come here and fly on a plane and meet me. And they can meet that person, and now they have friends.
Yes, friends.
You know what I'm saying? So that we want to be able to, provide that.
The pigeons are definitely our friends. The pigeons are our friends. Hey, thank you so much, Smarts, man. You got to go inside and get on that documentary.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man. Hey, appreciate
Turbo.
You greatly, bro.
Anytime, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, real quick, coming to the stage, we got Jimmy coming on up. Jim, come on, step on in. But before that, we're going to get to this hand. Lucky Wonder Boy. What's up, family? Thank you so much for being patient.
Yes, of course. I really appreciate just being here. I just had a quick question for you. What do you think is the most important thing you've ever learned in your entire career?
The most important thing I ever learned in my entire career. That is a absolutely beautiful question. I think the greatest thing I've ever learned in my entire career is that every single person you meet is equal. We're all humans. Like there's nobody that's better than nobody. You know what I'm saying? That you have the ability every day to decide who you are to this world. And so you ultimately get to choose. You can either be a builder or you can be a destroyer. And it's completely up to you. And I think that's probably been one of the greatest gifts I've been able to learn, man. Thank you for asking that. What about yourself?
For me, it's been exactly what you just said. The human being issue or problem or just general situationship. You're either a human being or a human doing. And that's basically what I've figured out. And I only surround myself with people that do. And I got excommunicated by my family like 2 days before Thanksgiving. So, it's just the way she goes. But I'm chilling in a McDonald's eating McRib, talking to you, and at the end of the day, it's like I already browsed through your feed and everything while I was going back and forth between spaces. But just what I've noticed through X now is that spaces seems to be the best way to connect with other human beings across the planet without actually having to do much but just show up. So that's what I've learned is just trying to connect with people on a level that they're willing to dive into my autism, which is over 9,000. So, but thank you for your time.
Yeah, man, most definitely. Thank you for being here. Definitely pull up for the Web3 breakfast. We do it every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Today is a special show. We're using this Web3 technology, making an impact in the world. And we've been doing it, you know what I'm saying? I had the opportunity to sit down and meet with my guy Jimmy here over at the Dorsey Memorial Library. Bro, I literally, when Tony Bravado walked when he walked the kids to get their hamburgers, dog, I got teary-eyed, bro. I was almost in tears, man. I'm like, bro, we are freaking doing it. We are literally using this technology to make a difference in these kids' lives, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when they were giving out the cash and asking them what they wanted to be, you know, that's just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I had a great opportunity to get to meet with you and chat and stuff. And so thank you so much for joining us and being a part of this.
Thank you, brother. Like this is, you have to understand, right? Like Marcus and I, we've been working on this for the last 2 years, and to be here in Miami right now and have the opportunities that have been provided to us, like I am beyond humbled, you know, kind of speechless, you know, to be sitting here with you right now.
Yeah.
You know, Marcus is a great friend of mine, and I love our teamwork as well. You know, the message that he delivers, you know, as my friend, as a supporter, as my business partner, you know, and for me, it's like, I just want to share that passion that you guys were talking about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and you do. You know what I mean? Like you bring this calm leadership that we need. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's loud. You know what I mean? Like there's so many leaders that are like driving, but the way that you deliver and the way that you talk to people and give them time and hear them out and that interaction, it's beautiful, man. Like you're probably among the best. I gotta tell you know what I'm saying? Like and that's what it is. You know what I mean? Because that's what we need. We got to be reaching people. You know, how has 2023 been as far as like just getting connected with people and building your Rolodex? I mean, are you finding that you're just jamming them in, or has it been kind of a struggle?
Great question.
Or a little both.
What I'll tell you is a little of both, but it's all been intentional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We came into this space, as Marcus said, just 100% being ourselves. You know, so everyone that we speak to and communicate with, we want to make sure that that's projected, you know, because this is what you're investing into. You know, these are the people that you're going to be relying to build this project up, you know, and I think it's very important that when you're looking for a project, the founders are able to project whatever it is that you're looking for.
Right.
You know, so beyond humble that this year, 2023, has granted me the opportunity to connect with many individuals, including yourself, from the beginning of the year until now. People that I'm currently helping work on their own NFT projects.
Sure.
People that I'm, you know, mentoring, you know, just from a young man's perspective. I had a lot of strong mentors growing up, and I think now with this platform that we've created, you know, so many young people involved, you know, kind of like running it. You know, we're here to also provide that, you know, guidance.
Yeah.
Right, for whoever wants it. Right. What's that saying? The teacher appears when the student is ready.
Ready to learn. Yeah.
So we keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And I think what's happening is that everybody's now taking notice.
Sure.
This has been work.
Right.
This is not given in any way.
You ain't never lied about that.
So I would say, man, like this year has been, it's been a very interesting year, man. Ups, downs, and whatnot. But we're right here. We're right now. We're in Miami. We're talking pigeons. I'm sitting next to Turbo. I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So also practicing being in the moment.
Yeah, bro, definitely. And you know, like I had a great interview for the documentary with Big Unk, right? And we were talking about mentors. You know what I mean? Think of how many kids nowadays don't have mentors, do not have positive role models in their life. But let me digress a little bit. Let me back it up a little bit because this is the thing, right? Is that, you know, I am very fortunate. I have a mentor. You know what I'm saying? And he's the type of mentor that his whole passion is seeing people succeed. Like that's what he loves. Like he wants nothing more than for me to become a millionaire, right? Like, and not for me to give him a single penny, but he just loves that, right? And so, you know, he's very mindful on how he mentors and how he, you know, how he, you know, talks and does his thing, right? But he comes from that, right? Like he comes from a background of, you know, he worked for Westlake Financial for 20, 30 years doing high level finances, right? Like where the mistakes could be detrimental or put you in jail, or you know what I'm saying? And so that level of leadership and oversight and how to work and all that, right? But I think a lot of people from my hometown, right? They don't have mentors, and the mentors they have never had a mentor, so they don't have the skills, right? But they, if it sounds right, If you know what I mean, like it seems right.
Yeah.
And then that was one thing we were talking about last night, man, where I think, you know, I really look to you as someone that as like a mentor, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to spend more time, you know what I mean? I want to know more of what's going on inside. You know what I mean? Because I see that you get it, right? Like I see that we're on that same mission. I respect the time that you've put in. But how do we get that same level of trust and mentorship into these cities, right? And out to these kids. I mean, you guys are doing activations, right? Like how can we get more mentors, right? Like what do we need to do in your opinion? And I know it's, you know, it's off the top.
I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you exactly how. Hey,
here we go.
Okay. So you're in Detroit, right?
Yep.
So very simple. I would more than likely partner with you and any other partners that you have. And the first question I'm going to ask you is, can you fill a room? Can you fill a room, right? With young men, young women, people who are interested in crypto, whatever the case is. If the answer to that is yes, then more than likely we're going to start working on putting together an event. That event is going to be a one-day event, you know, education, networking, entertainment at the end. You know, that's the package that we provide, and we've been doing so since 2021. I'm not going to say flawlessly, but what I will say is consistently. Consistently. And I think now at this point, you know, I would love to mentor more people, work with more people on that level. I would love to come down to Detroit and show you what we've been able to do, right? Because I think also at this point now, it's not about talking anymore. Right? If you have the people, let's make this happen. Right? And let's work together to make it an experience, not just us coming out there to talk about financial literacy and crypto and Web3, but more so, hey, let's really have fun with it. Let's see who else we can include. Let's see what else we can do. Where can we take them? You see what I mean? And I think that experience, when you collectively put all these elements together, you have something. You have something.
Yeah, definitely. And you were saying, you know, coming to Detroit. Oh, I had something really good, man. Like, you know, you know, you had the opportunity to meet Granny.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, 50 years of, you know, proven track record, you know what I'm saying? Like of making an impact and a difference. And there are some things that are changed as far as names and such like that. And so I don't want to say the wrong thing out here. You know how that can get, you know? But, you know, they have properties, you know, all over the state of Michigan. You know what I mean? And they have a facility that's ready. It needs some renovations. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna have to do some uptake and stuff. But that's okay, right? That's why we're doing things like this, right? You know what I mean? Like if you're watching this and you're like, dang, you know, like you know, like I could throw $10 and drop 10 in the bucket. You know what I mean? If you can do more, great, right? Like, but 100% of this money is going to go there. That wallet will be directly given over to their nonprofit. You guys can track and see how it goes. We're going to continue to keep that wallet open for them. You know, because obviously, right, the beautiful thing about blockchain is if we steal the money, you can see it. It ain't going, you know what I mean? So
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And we're going to continue to push, you know what I'm saying? You know, to raise, I love what you say about coming and, you know, like the education piece, right? There's connections across the board, right? So is this going to be something we're going to see tomorrow? No, right? But, you know, 6 months from now, a year from now, right? Good planning, put it together. Yes, sir.
I have a 24-week program right now ready to go. 24-week program, documented, notes, activities, everything. 24-week program. This program talks about from top to bottom how to build your NFT project, how to build a community, how to connect with people outside of Web3, how to bring it all together. And at the end, it's going to take everybody within that classroom setting, which I'm going to have grouped off. And then we're going to talk about the best project right at the end. You know, and I think that'll be an amazing opportunity that Marcus and I will eventually have, you know, to execute at some point. So I'm presenting it to you, brother. 24-week program that can definitely be condensed, but just know for a fact, like we're ready to execute it.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I love that idea. I mean, and it's so important, right? You know, like I would definitely, you know, want and hope that we can put, and it probably is already in there, right? But, you know, definitely ethics, right? Definitely, you know, emotions, right? Because I've seen so many founders, right, that like they fall into the duality, right? Like of like, you know, if I accept this good, I have to accept the hate on the other side that comes through those comments, right? So if I'm gonna take the love and how much it makes me feel good, then when people are hating on me and they want to trash me, then I would have to fall into that too. Because if I don't, then right, obviously the good would be that good, right? Like that's the duality, or polarity, you know, whichever one you like there. But in that, at the end of the day, when it comes down to those emotions, right? They have a huge health impact on that individual. You know, I've worked with hundreds of projects, you know, across the Web3, and you know, like one project in particular, we literally had to have the guy like we had to remove him. We had to remove one of the founders. Like we're like, look, man, like you got to go sit down, bro. You've lost 100 pounds. Your hair is falling out. Wow. Like you are going to die if you don't stop. Like, bro, rug, no rug, quit, bro. You're done. Like, like we can't let you die, right? Like,
sorry to laugh, but that's crazy.
Yeah,
and it's true though.
Yeah,
it's true. You will lose yourself in this.
Mm-hmm.
You will lose yourself in this, and to that point, I think that is a very important element to add to it. And I'll throw this out there as well. A good friend of ours, Chico. Huge shout out to Chico and Citywide.
Yeah,
Mental
Chico.
Health,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
He's working with some really amazing things. And, you know, this is the beauty of Web3, right? You don't necessarily have to come in with an NFT project per se. He's actually working on something really beautiful that's going to answer that very question.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And then being able to just now take that service and now share it with other projects, right? Or even better yet, here, come on down with me to Detroit.
Yeah.
Because you can talk about that element.
Right.
And I think that's what has been able to allow us to operate in this way, Turbo, with Pigeons of New York. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, when he talks about Henry Ford and the way that Henry Ford was able to delegate his work to experts all around him. I've for some reason that has stuck with me since I read that book 15 years ago, and I think Pigeons of New York is executing on that, you know, the way that it should.
Now, are you tracking? I'm a huge Henry Ford fan.
Okay.
You know, like because a lot of people get it confused, right? That Henry Ford is like known for the Ford truck. No, he's known for the assembly line, like completely changing like the entire how we work, right? And I want to build the assembly line. I don't want the truck. I want the assembly line, right? And so I've really spent a lot of time studying. And during the war, the New York Reporter, they were trashing him, bro, like calling him stupid, calling him a traitor, all this stuff. You know how he didn't have much education and all this. And so he sued them for slander, right? And so when they went to the courtroom, the lawyers were just asking all these questions, like how many soldiers did Napoleon have at this, and you know all these crazy questions. And he entertained it for a little while, right? But he eventually stopped him and said, "Look, I have 8 buttons or 6, whatever the number is, right? I have 6 buttons on my desk, and if I push any one of these buttons, somebody's gonna walk in and know the answer. Why do I need to fill my brain with all of this information when I have the people around me who have it?" And how many years ago was that? And we still ain't figured it out yet. We still ain't figured it out. That,
I hope
like,
y'all listening to this.
This is where it's at, right? Whatever you're good at, stay in your lane and be good at it. And somebody will need you, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's at, man. Yeah, bro. Man, Jim, I know that we got Doug and Jay Chains that are getting ready to come in and make the switch. We are coming down to the end of it. We'll probably go a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying? But you know, we did have a stop at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Nessie comes out. He's gonna do a little music video here. You know, use the scenery. You know, and again, that's how we continue to continue to extend our hand, continue to, hey, I got this, man. Can you use it? You know what I mean? Like and continue to do that. But I guess the last thing I would say, you know, Jimin, is the last question I will have for you is like, what is your passion in the world, and how will Web3 change it?
My son.
Say again?
My son.
Yeah.
That's my passion.
Yeah.
He's motivated me. My son and wife. Let me say that. My son and wife, and I'm going to share why. My son has motivated me to create everything that you see that I have created over the course of the last 3 years, whether it's been children's books, NFT projects, the team building, whatever it's been him motivating me, you know, and it's because he's my #1 fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want to let him down when it comes to this project.
Right.
I work for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love how excited he gets about looking at the pigeons and seeing the animated pigeons and playing the game. That excites me. It's something that I would love to pass down to him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Something that I would love to pass down to him. And if I don't pass it down, just something that I would love for him to know that this was created
for him
and because of him. And then lastly, just, you know, I want to say this, you know, my wife, if it was not for her, I would not have been able to have the time needed to work on this project. And I say that because I speak to a lot of men lately who have been telling me that their wives have not been as supportive over the course of the last year, you know, and I find that very interesting. And also, I take that back to my marriage and ask myself, how can I help her understand what I do, right? So therefore, there isn't that uncertainty of what's happening.
Yeah.
So I want to give a huge shout out to my wife. Just thank you for giving me the time. Thank you for allowing me to work on this project. Thank you for sharing me with all these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that matters as well. So I just want to let you guys know, like, it's family first. You know, we have an entire mission statement, and the number one thing on that mission statement is family first. No matter what you got going on with this Web3 crypto stuff, family first. That's always your foundation.
Yeah, man, I absolutely love that. You know, like that was the thing. You know, I'm going through divorce right now. You know, because of this. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things that, look, man. You know, like it comes to a point sometimes where you have to be truthful and say, you know, like, I love you, right? But you're holding me back, and I'm holding you equally as back, because the time and energy that you spend being upset at me for being and doing the thing that I'm passionate and love, you're not doing the thing that you love and are passionate about because you're worried about me. You know what I'm saying? And that's not fair either. You know what I'm saying? And we tried to find balance, and we tried, and it wasn't possible, right? Like, we just weren't able to, you know. And you know, we amicably went ways, you know what I'm saying? And she is with you know, like a great guy, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Jeff, you know, if you're watching. I don't know if you watch my YouTube, I hope you do. You know what I'm saying? And yo, he's great, you know what I'm saying? And like, dude, I had to do so much maturing in that moment, you know what I'm saying? That it was just like that I, you know what I mean? I had to, like, because at first I was angry. Like, I better not talk to my kids. Wait a second. If this dude is willing to love my kids, love them. I love them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things in that, right? And so, you know, luckily for me, you know, very fortunate. But through that, right, you know, I think that we do need, you know, counseling, you know, or some form of place for, you know, the spouses, whether you're a husband of a female that's, you know, in the space, or wife, whatever you are, right? Like a girlfriend, a boyfriend, and come on here and tell us what's going on. Like, what is it that isn't right? You know what I mean? Like, so we can try to find ways to fix it, right? It can't just be like, well, you're on Twitter all the time. Okay, but what about being on Twitter? Well, you missed dinner. Oh, okay. What would be a reasonable, like, amount of time that you would expect for us to have dinner? And people are like, well, that just sounds crazy. Well, no, because I might think that stopping, eat my food, scarf it down. Hey, kids, how y'all doing? And I'm back at the computer, and I said, oh, well, I had dinner with you. Well, you didn't, right? Because that person was like, to them, you know, they needed 15, 20 minutes. They want your undivided attention. They want you to put your phone away. When you do those things, and you completed it. And it's so easy. Like, oh shit, I only have to stay 10 more minutes and put my phone away. I could have saved my entire marriage for 10 minutes.
Remember what I said earlier? Being present, right? Whether it's in Web3, DeFi, or IRL, being present is so important. And you just hit something on something else: communication.
Yeah,
communication goes so far, because things can be taken either way, right? And then if it's not discussed as to what's going on, or why you're on your phone all the time, or whatever the case is, then that becomes the root of the problem. And the one thing that I can say is that we communicate everything, every single thing. Like, my thumbs are sometimes literally black and blue from just designing, texting, connecting, and all that. And I constantly, like, hey, I'm just on my phone. Hey, I'm just working, you know. But that communication has given her that comfort.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you just hit it on the nose, brother. And I'll tell you, like, that applies to anything in your life. Right? How you do anything is how you do everything. So that communication is key, man.
Yeah,
couldn't agree with you more.
Dang, man, what a great talk, Jim. We're gonna have so many more, man. Hey guys, I'm gonna play a quick track here. You'll be able to see it kind of live. We're gonna make a quick switch. We have J Chainz coming back to the stage, and he's gonna be doing an interview with Doug. That's gonna be a great one here. I don't know what tracks he has loaded up in here. I'm gonna play a track, but before we go, I'm gonna give Jim his final words here. Go ahead and tell us, man.
So yeah, guys, listen, we're out here in Miami right now. We're having an event tonight. If you are listening to this, December 9th at 7 p.m. at the Showroom Miami. It's an exotic car rental shop. They're going to be hosting us, and we will be having our event there, displaying art, culture, fashion, performances, and all that from 7 p.m. until midnight. We're also currently minting our Phase 4 NFT collection. So if you heard Turbo talking about it, this is our first collection that we have minted this entire year. This is our 646 collection. Every collection is a different New York City area code. And right now we're about at a 260 mints, which is pretty cool, in about a week. And we're just pushing it. 0.03 ETH. We're pushing it. That's what we do. So like I said, guys, I look forward to connecting with you all. Broadway Gym on Twitter, Broadway Gym on Instagram. Please follow me. And we're going to be in Miami today, tomorrow, and just creating experiences for our community, y'all.
Yo, that's what it's all about, man. Again, one last time. Hey, Ness has a new song called "I Can't." Have you heard it yet?
I haven't.
Okay, well, we're gonna jump into this track and we're gonna make that change, guys. Thank you all. Stick around. We got some more coming to you.
I usually be the one to go for some pudding, but I really like the sauce.
I can't take you serious till that deposit come. I can't come to your event if you ain't dropping none. I can't claim you about the fam if you ain't propping up. I can't say you about the plan unless you really copping some. I can't, bitch, I can't. I can't whip it if there ain't a ceiling missing. I can't dig it if there ain't no feels up in it. I can't kick it if my twins ain't holding millions, bitch. I can't, bitch, I can't, bitch. I can't come outside and waste no time. I gotta play it safe. I can't give you motion if your head ain't trying to stay in place. Pray it's in this will, cause it's the only hope of saving grace, okay? I can't, bitch, I can't. Playing in the field, but even so can't get these stains erased. I can't focus on no bitch, trying to get my paper. Trying to own a cul-de-sac in Cali with a lake of sun. How you calling shots from the bleachers, boy, you faking pumping. Buddy claim me everything, but sweaty, he ain't saying nothing. I can't stop working and I've been slaving for my namesake. I can't give expert advice, so I just play my pain with. Yeah, I got a lot to lose, but too many M's to gain. Better get an open mind or you gon' end up in the way. I can't with the
This is like a live space. Yeah, you're live.
Oh, I'm on the Roadcaster, baby. Can you guys hear me out there? Oh, I need to put on my headphones.
Because it's from my phone, but it's because it's a delay. It's a 15-second delay.
Hey guys, this is Douglas Hype. This is my first time on Twitter Space, and I just want to say thank you for having me on this Twitter Space here. Look at all these beautiful people in the room. We got a Carrie and a Tommy. And a Smokey and a Puzzled and an Awesome. And here. I should probably tell my friend Doug Hype to get in his Twitter Space right now. Where is he? Where's that guy? This is the J Ching's cake show.
Another. A pizza show. Pizza.
This is a cake show. Just so you know, I'm taking over the show, and we made a disclaimer that Jay Change is going to tattoo cake on himself by hand. That's happening in our bedroom. All right? I'm sitting next to Cartier. That's French for badass. All right? For you guys that don't speak French, Cartier.
Thank you, Doug.
He's a very experienced and cultured man. We're on camera right now. Look at him. He can't even look in the camera because it's actually illegal to film him without a contract, without paying his his deposit thing, whatever. There's a fancy name for it that DJs use or something. I can't remember what it is. Oh, there's more people in the room now.
Very cool. So Doug, what do you think of this setup we got going on?
Wait, hold on. I have to do it correctly. If you put the phone, the mic in front of your face, then someone picks up the audio correctly. Most people do it here, right? I do it like right that way, right in front of the face. Okay, Carter, are you supposed to be interviewing me or am I interviewing you?
I don't know. Why don't we just start by I don't know. Really
the best part about this, Carter, is I have an Uber coming right now and we have a countdown timer of 6 minutes.
Oh, that's excellent.
This is excellent. We only need like 45 seconds, but okay. Carter, in 20 seconds, what is the best thing that's happened to you in the last 48 hours?
Well, the best thing was last night I was at I think it was the Heart Basel event, and I saw Doug in all his glory come through the front door
it like majestic in this coat, and just he had an aura around him that was so amazing. It lit up the whole room. That was probably the best thing.
Let me make sure there's important people in the room to hear this right now. Okay. Nobody in the room right now is important, so we're gonna repeat that in 10 minutes. Thank you very much. I see Turbo's in the room. Nah, he doesn't count. So okay, so you saw the glory. Also, we have to remind everybody that.
And you had cake all over your face,
I
which
did.
is crazy.
I did eat cake yesterday because I was at the Shrapnel house. Shrapnel's a wonderful Web3 game. They pay me to say that. And I was at their house. The thing that's great about this is right now we're also being filmed by Diamond Hands, who's been helping me all weekend. And let's give a shout out to a Diamond Hands. Let's give an applause. Do they have a soundboard for this? I'm just gonna do it manually because I'm talented. I don't need a soundboard. But he's been helping and filming with me, and we've been shooting some like footage for music videos and stuff, Carter. And I love making content. And if you're not out making content and making people laugh and doing something interesting, then I got no time for you. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. So really, the best part of Art Basel so far has been the charity work that we've all done here.
Oh, that's right, charity work. That's also
over here at the Razzle Dazzle, we have done an event for drug rehabilitation for a clinic in Detroit, and then we did Tony's event over at the library for teen suicide prevention.
Right.
So that was really the best part of the.
I love how you're
event.
super pro charity. I'm super anti charity.
Well, you got to give a little away here and there.
It's really great for you to do that, so people like me can just extract money, scam people, whatever the typical Web.
It's not a code. It's a rug.
It's not a code. It's a rug. That's right. Hey, that's the joke of the day.
And everybody, he is wearing this coat.
You
in
guys,
this 80-degree.
I'm not sweaty at all. Look, I work in Web3. I'm not sweaty.
A drop of sweat on
Should I plug my show? Hypes, follow me on Twitter or something, and I don't know, go on the show, whatever. If you're cool, maybe I'll let you speak or like touch me or something, touch my coat. So but we're here at the Razzle Dazzle house. My Uber's gonna be here in 2 minutes. So let me think of something really important to say. No matter what's happening in your life,
eat cake.
Yeah, eat cake. No matter what's happening in your life, even if you're trying to shoot a music video and all your casting and talent doesn't show up and all the production people hate you and whatever, you can still go to the Razzle Dazzle house and then a basketball tournament with like Mario Commerce and Ice Cube and just mess with them and cause trouble. So, and then you can just make beautiful things happen. And then you can hang out with Doc on the docks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
we
saying?
got Doc Russ here today.
Doc's on the docks. I talked to Doc on the docks. I only like him because it rhymes. And then Jay Chains promised to get a tattoo. So I'm just going to talk about that all day. So he promised to get a cake tattoo. Team Cake is winning hard right now.
I'll tell you what,
hard.
if we go out tonight and you buy all the drinks, I'll get a cake.
I am not doing that. Team Cake doesn't buy drinks. We extract money, Carter. Do you remember that?
All right. I'll bring my American Express card.
Oh, thank you. Actually, that was an American Express Platinum party. I missed that one. But there's a lot of things happening here at Art Basel, Carter. And the thing is, I guess the big underlying story is get out, do in real life stuff, meet people, have fun, network, and just have passion and have conviction in life, right? Like that's a simple message that I think
do the right
we
thing.
can do.
Just do the right thing. It feels great.
Yeah, do what you really think you want to do, and it might not feel like you're accomplishing anything at first, but when you do start to do things and feel good about it, you're going to know that you did it, and you're going to feel real good about yourself. You're going to have that conviction, and you're going to have like a real sense of self. And I think that is the key to success in business. People don't want to do business with you or long-term relationships unless you kind of have those traits. And it's easy for me to say because I have a fur coat and people just give me stuff. So it's not, I have no challenges.
That's crazy.
In life.
I just gave you stuff.
I know. I have no challenges in life or anything like that. Things are very easy for me. So I can say whatever I want and just pretend that I've accomplished many things.
And eat cake. 3 meals a day.
You know, the Shrapnel
And
house
before
actually had cake and they didn't tell me for like 2 hours. Like, hey, by the way, you have
That's
cake.
because they
You can read the soft papers.
All right, hey, you guys are still here. Thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna get going. I don't know where Trill is at, but Mikey Williams. We're gonna be doing an interview with Mikey Williams. Mikey Williams is arguably the hottest prospect for basketball. Going through some challenges and adversity right now, but looking to really make a change, not only in his life, but in his financial future. So we're going to be talking with him about Web3, the importance of crypto and blockchain, all that stuff. So there will be some content that comes out from that. But we're going to end the stream. We'll go ahead and end the stream now after 3 hours, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you so much. This is the Razzle Dazzle at the Art Basel. Signing off for today. Thank you so much. We love you. 3 hours, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you so much.